Hello everyone. Welcome back. It's time for the big one. Yes, I'm wearing the same top again. This PJ top is very comfortable, okay? Allow it. I think it might be the same top I've worn in all the streams. I changed it, then changed back into it in between the streams. Well, whatever. It matters little. Welcome. As the title says on Twitch, but on YouTube you may not know just yet, we are doing both of the final chapters of Double Exposure back to back tonight. As I've discussed previously, they are both shorter chapters. They're about an hour to an hour and a half each. So I figured it just makes more sense, especially with like pacing, etc., with the streams we've done, to do them both together. So on Twitch, this is just going to be one stream, whereas on YouTube, I am going to split them up. But what I will do is when we finish Chapter 4, I'll end the stream on YouTube, set up a new one, and go live immediately after for the Chapter 5. Just because I think it'll be better looking back, seeing all the things like in order rather than just suddenly having a Chapter 4 and 5 together. I think it makes sense to have those split up. But when I eventually update the VOD channel, it'll be together on there, if that helps at all. But yeah, so that's our plan. That is our plan. But we are going to get right back into it. I'm really excited to finish this off. I know I've said, obviously, like recently that I'm not as big a fan of these closing chapters, and that is true. But, you know, my opinions of some things have changed already as we've got into it, especially, like I said, the Vin scene last episode. Genuinely, really enjoyed that a lot more in the stream context. So, who knows? Maybe my thoughts of other stuff will change too. We don't know. We don't know. So let's just cut in here with a little YouTube intro, so when I trim the start off this stream on YouTube, it'll make more coherent sense. So allow me to do generic YouTuber intro number 562. Hello everyone and welcome back to our live playthrough of Life is Strange Double Exposure. We are here with the final two chapters. For those of you watching this, it will be split up into chapters 4 and 5, but we're streaming these both back to back. So it's going to be a very combined experience, but they'll be split up for the sake of watching these back on YouTube. Really excited to dive into the last two chapters. I've shared my thoughts on them already. Yes, I've said they're a little bit weaker than the first three, but I'm excited to see if my opinion changes at all, especially as I've said, previous things have changed, so who knows. But we finished off last time with the Safi shapeshifter twist. Woohoo! So we're going to see where it goes from there. Quite exciting. Let's get back into it with Chapter 4. And we got to pick our outfit. Well, it makes sense to start with the outfit we finished off in. So we'll just stick with this for the time being, because I believe we can change it not long after. So let's go right into it with Chapter 4, Diptych. Diptych. I don't actually know how you pronounce that. Whoops. And as always, bear in mind, I may occasionally read out live chat messages as they come up. So just be aware of that. I actually need to get the YouTube chat up in case anyone speaks in that. I see Jermaine was watching on YouTube, so welcome. Because the YouTube chat won't be there when this is finished. Once I trim the start and end off, it gets rid of all live chat, which is annoying. And also, hello to the Twitch people. Amy, don't scam. Noel, nice to see you all. Yeah, how long is it going to take her to get that fixed? Because it just makes her a prime opportunity to get burgled with that hole in the window. Look at those Doc Martin 1470 cherry red beer. Every time I look at them now, I just realize how accurate they are, and it's like, damn. Still don't care that they're in the game. Some people got really pissy over them being promotion things, and I just don't get the fuss.
Getting lake water on your sofa.
I hate when that happens.
Shit. Right. I should change. Be right back.
Okay.
Just need to go upstairs and put on something dry.
Well,
It might be good to see if Iris has calmed down some.
Bit more concerning to see the Chloe post, thank you. There are a billion lights up in New Orleans right now. It's gorgeous and giving my hangover a headache. Goes all the way down to the Mississippi River. Cool as shit. We still got the gig lined up for later. You were supposed to call them. Damn. Can Chloe just come back, please? Come back to me. Come back to me, please, Chloe. Oh, Amanda. Oh, no, that's an older one. There's a few older ones there. Okay. Check on Iris and change clothes. Where is Iris? Is she still on top of the fridge? No, she's not. Where is Iris? Ooh, the frame rate's a little dodgy in this bit. Where is Iris? Oh, I think she's upstairs, question mark? Let's see. Yeah, it's such a mess up here, man. All right. Also, I can't remember who said it. It might have been Elian last night. That all 4 of the cat name options are actually the names of Hannah Tell's cats. I did go back and find one of her Instagram posts, and they actually are, which is just so cool. And almost all of them are the same visually as well. I think it's this one a Siamese that she doesn't have, but Like, the similarities are so cute. That's such a cool idea of incorporating, like, Hannah's own pets into the cat content. Just wish there was more of it.
I
Okay,
didn't
so,
realize I was cold till now.
let's try and pet Iris.
Have we been through enough together? Can I get a high five?
I don't think you've been through enough together, really, Max. You've had, like, 10 minutes together. You chose the wrong cat. Hey, the chat chose it. I didn't. I'd have gone for the orange one for
Literally the best moment of my life.
non-obvious reasons. Aww. No, Pain Chain, the cat content's only part of the Ultimate Edition. I don't personally recommend it for a £30 increase. The biggest draw of the Ultimate Edition was getting the first 2 chapters 2 weeks early. You get some extra outfits and then also the cat content. I think the combination of those is probably worth more like £10-15. So I would wait for a sale on the Ultimate Upgrade if it were me, personally. Base game, I could argue more for, but the Ultimate Edition stuff, not as sure. Look at that Polaroid now, Generation 2 camera.
Can I see their belly?
I really need to take that camera out somewhere. I had plans to use it for the first time properly out with friends this week, and then I didn't go out, and I'm like, ah! So I need to use it. Someone want to volunteer to be my first subject for my camera? Please do. Let's try the double exposure. How does that come out? I don't think there's enough ways to experiment with the double exposure in the game because the camera boundaries are quite tight, but still. The early hours of the morning are for catting around. Someone's up during the catting hours. Isn't it late out there? Go to sleep. Pss, pss, pss. Ah, look at Vin, thinking he's all cute.
Do you want to come out and meet a new friend?
She broke in! What are you going to say she broke if you say she broke in?
She's the person that broke in and wrecked our shit last night.
Is it still technically like... Oh.
Yeah. Just feeling a little hissy myself, honestly. But I forgave her.
You don't even have the answers yet, Max. And you've already forgiven her? You're too trusting. She's too trusting.
Okay,
She's literally me!
I'm not great around strangers either. Maybe next time.
Wonder what happened in between the end of chapter 3 and start of chapter 4. I think very much it's literally just her bringing Safi back to the house. I don't think much has actually happened in between that, personally. Ooh! You can give Iris the bowling alley mascot. Yeah, go on.
Dude, your life is about to change.
Your life is about to get... word omitted. Okay, let's change our clothes. What should we go for? I mean, there is the Chloe outfit, which feels like an easy go for, but we could wear a different one. We could wear a different one. Well, the cat one's the cat one's quite cool. Oh, I like the cat one. Chloe outfit, please. Oh, anyone else got a preference? Anybody else got one? If not, we'll go for Chloe. The Chloe one is cool. It's, as I've said before, I don't want to keep saying it over and over again, but the hair color changes are so jarring. Like, make the hair blue in this outfit, please. And the pants, actually. Why aren't the pants even the same color? What the hell? It's ridiculous. I just noticed her boots are more shiny on the indoor version compared to the outdoor. You notice that? They're like matted for the outdoor version, then shiny for the indoor. Chloe outfit looks cool. All right. I get final say. Why do you get final say, Amy? Do explain. Okay. Let's go Chloe then. Fine.
I have so much I want to ask Safi about. I don't even know where to start.
All right. Let's. You know why? Oh, really? Okay. Anything around in this I'm not sure if I've looked much around the dead timeline at this point in the game. And Anatel's voice for Max is amazing, yeah. It's her best performance, easily.
On this side, the memories are shut up where they belong.
Well, burying your past, Max? That's not healthy. Okay, I don't think there's much actually here. Where is Iris in this timeline? Is she up here? Or he? He, she, they, it. Where is Iris?
Safi's one of my best
Oh wait, no,
friends.
Iris is only in the living timeline.
We
Idiot.
can talk
What's wrong
about
with me?
this.
Okay, switch over. Let's have a chat, Safi. Let's have a chat. Oh, I can sit at the fireplace first. Xbox, Shane.
Security footage of someone who looks like me, dealing with students.
Is all your pieces falling into place?
Hey, sports? You're just gonna walk past me without saying hello?
Yeah, so Amanda was Safi as well.
The shit Robbie says I told him, it makes me sick to think about.
Me and Safi just outed each other. What now?
We both just came out to each other.
Whatever
proud of
we
them.
say
Big steps.
tonight could change everything between us. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Oh, that's a cool shot. I like that. Alright. Let's have a chat with Miss Llewellyn Fayad. Oh, it's my evidence box. How dare you touch my evidence box? Evil! Not allowed to do that.
So, you're
happened
a
on the lake?
shapeshifter.
You
You've
have
got
powers?
powers? Here. Person with the bottle cap has to answer a question.
Huh. You clever little minx, you. Deal. Let's play.
Okay. How does the shapeshifting work?
How exactly do you shapeshift?
It's got something to do with perception. Manipulating how others see me and hear me. Like right now, I can kind of feel the part of your brain that senses me. And if I nudge it,
It's really creepy. That smile is horrifying.
Yup. Still creepy.
Stop, like, literally smile.
Are the teens using creepy to mean awesome nowadays?
You are not even 30,
Whoa.
Safi.
It's like she walked across my brain for a second.
oh,
She didn't bother to slide it over nearly as far as I did.
so. Are you like that girl in Frozen? Ice powers and musical numbers.
To be fair, Hannah Tell's a good singer. It's not impossible.
No. There's a world parallel to this one that I can access. I switched that world's icy lake with our broken one.
Hang on. Parallel world?
Mm.
It's the same as this one, except
I mean, let's be blunt and see what she says.
I killed you. Or I will.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Jesse. Jesse. Get the meme photo out. Hey, there it is. Oh, I'll never stop finding that photo funny.
At some point in the future, I think I'm going to travel back to the moment you took this photo and shoot you. unless I can figure out why. And
You don't think you mentioned the
find a
travel
way to
back thing
change
yet,
things
Max?
in the present.
Let's come back to this.
Yeah, I would be like that too.
Give me the bottle cap.
Are you able to transform into anyone?
Can you turn into anybody?
Only if I've met them IRL. Trying to guess who I've been? Go ahead. I'll answer those for free.
So, obviously Gwen, first off.
That was you impersonating Gwen and dealing drugs to students.
Not like she didn't deserve it.
Because of the book
The
deal.
book deal.
Mm-hmm.
When I got the news it was canceled, she was the first person I called. She said she didn't know anything about it. When she started ignoring my texts, I knew it was mask off time. Hell, I started to think you were in on it too. That's why I came tonight. To see what you were hiding.
Just hiding a whole of the universe from you. Don't worry about it. Ah.
Why didn't you tell me you knew Gwen killed it?
I mean, all three of these are true, in fairness. She should not have broken into the house, for one thing. But needed more information or didn't want to hurt you? I mean, last time we spoke, you were literally like, stay away from me. So, I need more info.
I wanted to wait till I got more information.
You've got my number, Max. We could have shared intel.
Is this the living or dead timeline? Well, considering Safi's sat there and breathing.
Seriously, Max, I thought you were covering for Gwen. Thought I couldn't trust you anymore.
But actually, I was just trying to prevent your murder in another timeline.
Yeah, that's honestly a relief.
Even though Max is the killer. So, what about Lucas?
Did you change into Lucas and ruin things with his son?
I thought Lucas was involved in canceling my book. I gave him a chance to come clean. He didn't.
His kid's innocent, though. I feel like that wasn't the right way to go about
Robbie
it.
had nothing to do with his dad's shitty actions, though.
I weighed how best to hurt Lucas. Robbie was the only way.
I don't know.
So this is the problem, and you can kind of pick it up from her descriptions. It's very much her using her powers for, like, her own personal gain, for her own personal, like, revenges, which is not, like, not ideal. I don't know. I'm not sure. So, let's see what else she says. What about Amanda?
There was a moment talking to Amanda today that felt a little different.
Look, you were snooping around. I needed to know why. It was self-defense.
I mean, considering the relationship, I'm gonna say don't be her anymore.
We
Let's
can
not do that.
forget about this time, but can you not do that again? It's Amanda.
Yeah, okay. Fair.
Yeah, I'm glad you think so, Don't Scam. I definitely do think the two Safis are very different. I think it might also be like, as she said, kind of like a mask-off type thing. That, you know, what now we know who she is, she's very different in her behaviour. But I do kind of prefer her energy in the earlier chapters for sure. Alright, what about Vin?
So, that was actually you trying to get into Vin's phone.
If anyone deserves an acting award, it's me.
I thought he was just trying to get rid of anything tying him to the cow skull fiasco.
So that was him. Guess he's still not over me.
That's sweet in a twisted way.
Both romantic and oddly dark.
Yeah, there were much better ways to do
There's
that
a
than throw a
reason
skull
Vin's a
through a
drama
window.
major.
Wow. Like how Amy said my hobby with regards to Vin, yet also saying that Safi is your wife. I mean, is there anyone you're not dating from this game? Moses.
What about shape-shifting into Moses?
No. He's off limits. Not that I couldn't, but, you know, it's Moses.
Okay.
I guess I should let you ask me something now.
My mom, she can wait. So, you said something about traveling back to a moment? Can you clarify?
No. Actually, no, I
The
can't.
truth is, in my teens, I could rewind time.
Shit. Time travel too?
Yeah.
You're really white privileged into all the cool powers.
To be fair, shapeshifting is a
You'd
cool
think
power.
so. But rewinding was.
Although, if I had to choose, I would absolutely choose time travel. Like, that is absolutely what I would choose rather than shapeshifting. It was a burden, I feel like.
Way too much responsibility.
Yeah, Uncle Ben would have had a field day with it.
Control Zing your way through adolescence? Literally the worst years of life? That's not a responsibility, that's a dream.
Until it isn't. And then your whole life is a nightmare.
My turn again, huh?
Could you always shapeshift?
How long have you had your power?
Since high school?
Hmm. Ironic.
Right after Dad left. Mom was broken. And the way she dealt with being broken was to make sure I wasn't. That was her project. Proof that she didn't need him to do something right.
That's a lot to put on a kid.
Yeah, don't I know it? God, I remember wishing so much I could just be the way she wanted me, magically, instead of struggling all the time and still falling short.
That is rough, in fairness.
Then I started wishing I could be someone else entirely. Someone who didn't have to carry all that weight. Then, one day, I could.
Shapeshifting would also prevent paradoxes. Would it,
All right,
though?
so
Because if you still touch the person you
you
were,
used
like
to
you actually
time
were,
travel,
I don't know.
and now you can switch timelines? What changed?
Technically, she still can time travel. She went through a photo. Just took a bit more effort.
You know how I don't talk about where I'm from?
Law dump.
Where I'm from is gone. Because of me.
I saw an article about Arcadia Bay in your memories box. That was a freak storm.
I was the freak. And I was the storm.
Damn, that's a hard lyric. That'll be on the next
know.
Evanescence album.
Went haywire. And I had a choice. Save the town. Or save the girl that I...
That you... Say it. Say it. Say it.
I chose her. The blue-haired girl.
Her name is Chloe.
Hearing her, seeing her get shot in a dirty high school bathroom. I couldn't live with that. So I undid it. And a whole town died. I didn't dare use my powers again. Not till I got here. When other you died, I learned that my powers had changed. That I had.
Haven't we all, though? I mean, it's been like 10 years for you, Max, and for us it's been like, what, 9 since the first game came out? About 7 for me since I played it? We've all changed in that time, believe me.
By the way, Moses on the other side gave me that bottle cap to give to you.
Moses knows?
Well, not everything. He knows about me and you being alive. Not the shape changing, obviously.
Well, yeah, how could he have found out about that?
He told me to tell you to stay safe.
I'm trying. I should probably tell you about Maya. Maya Okada was my best friend. God, we were such a pair. She was so fucking smart, dude, and the best writer I've ever known. What Lucas did to her, stealing her work, it essentially killed her. And as incandescently angry as I am at Lucas, at everyone, I'm so much angrier at myself. God, I told her to stay quiet about it. My silence catapulted Lucas fucking Colmenero to literary stardom and sent Maya to an early grave.
You said you were mad at everyone about it.
Still am.
It's what's fueling a lot of her powers. Who's she most mad at, though? Gwen, Vin, or Yasmin? She's not mad at Vin, surely.
Vin's statement.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Never mind.
No.
Never mind. Yeah, that one was... That
He's
is
supposed
rough.
to be Maya's friend.
Like I said last episode, I can
But Caladon
understand
said
why he
jump.
did it. Doesn't make it right.
At least I have the humanity to regret asking how high.
Yasmin?
Does that include your mom?
She told me to tell Maya to keep quiet, and she protected Lucas. We've talked it through a little since then. I don't hold it against her. Not really.
See, compared to what the others are doing, that's still not great. I don't know.
Including Gwen?
Gwen was the one who said to put my anger into poetry.
And then it became a book that then got
poetry
canned.
Became All the Daughters We Don't Talk About.
Yeah, that would screw me up.
Your book.
Yep. And at the 11th hour, she got cold feet.
No one likes getting cold feet at 11 o'clock. It's rough. A lot of exposition in this opening scene, but at least
I'm
explains to us
hazy on the
what's been going on.
connection between all this and your book.
Every piece in that collection was about Maya. Or about what happened to her.
I feel like that was kind of obvious in the bit
Guess
that
I
we
told
read.
it a little too clearly.
Mm.
And when Gwen showed her true colors and pulled the plug on the book, I had to find some other path to vindication.
Gwen, Lucas, Vin, your revenge tour.
I prefer Revenge Horse, but fair enough.
My justice tour.
Safi, what if that justice tour goes
Justice
wrong?
Tour just sounds like a very self-obsessed way to
Spirals out of
justify your own
control.
actions.
What if eventually it's the reason
What? This photo? that I don't remember taking? Dude, do you even own a gun?
No, but
Great. Don't buy a gun. Problem solved.
I don't
It's
understand.
incredibly blasé. I would, yeah, I was gonna say I would
You
not be
understand
nearly
he's
that chill
such a
about it.
bummer about it. Max, we have fucking superpowers. You keep talking like you're cursed, but you're not. You're in control. You and me, we're more in control than most people. Hey, look at me. Tell me honestly. Do you really think that you're capable of hurting me like that?
I'm not being funny, but I've just got the most, like, ridiculous connection just formed in my brain that I haven't formed until now. Why am I seeing Morbius out of these two? Think about it. Morbius and Milo both have the same powers, but Morbius is like, it's a curse, you don't want to have powers, and Milo's like, we're more powerful, we have more choices, we should be able to do what we want. Like, I'm not being funny, but that kind of is just Morbius. I've only just put that together, and in my brain, I can't unthink it now. Like, the argument is, like, it's verbatim. It's verbatim. Like, what? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we have a big choice here. Do we honestly think that we could hurt Safi? Yes or no? Noelle, could you do the honors, please? Could we get a little poll going on the Twitch chat and see what's going on? See what people think? Get votes, get opinions, get thoughts. Do let me know. There you go. You got 60 seconds to answer your poll. Just replying to a message while you do that. There we go. Let's see what the choice is. I'm intrigued. Oh, so most people saying no. We wouldn't hurt her. Alright. Looks like that's going to be the majority, so let's roll with that.
No. I don't think so.
Which is a very valid assumption. Max doesn't wield guns.
I hope not.
No, I don't
To
think
start.
so. I hope not. Slowly losing confidence.
I trust you, Max Caulfield. Enough for both of us.
But Safi, we can't just cross our fingers. We have to do something.
What do you propose?
Lucas. Justice for Maya. You wrote a whole book about it.
And that book is dead.
The book is... You aren't.
Not in this timeline.
I can still expose Lucas.
We can. When you tried to expose him before, you were alone. Now there's two of us. We've got powers, and we've got proof.
Krampus on campus. Shit, that's tonight.
Christmas
Everyone
party
will
in the
be
Snapping
there,
Turtle.
and you'll be expecting a mock trial.
He won't be expecting us.
Want to nail a smug asshole to the wall?
Who doesn't
I've
love
never
nailing
wanted
arseholes to a
anything
wall?
more.
Sorry, that's wild. Oh, sheesh. So yeah, this was a point I have to admit where I was kind of like, oh, is this where we're going? We're just going to expose Lucas? Felt like a bit of a change in shift. But I think it's because of the very nature of the issue that, you know, Lucas...
You're at Krampus, but
Oh, sorry, the
shit.
killer, like Safi's killer is not
really-
as relevant now because we know that it's Max and we don't know how it's going to get there.
Safi has
So they need something
powers.
to kind of like pad it out almost, I feel like.
She can literally nudge people's
The gang's all
brains to
here!
see what
Gwen's
she
here,
wants
Safi's
them
here,
to
Vin's
see.
here, Reggie. Everyone's here. Some random
And
dude as well.
Lucas.
And Lucas
You
Colmanero.
can't get any lower than plagiarizing your students' work.
Yeah, it's extremely fucked up, realistically.
After tonight, everyone will know what he did.
Who's the blue-haired girl standing in
And
the
Maya
doorway?
will get the justice she deserves.
Damn right. Amanda! Hey, sport. Gingerbread house. That's cool.
Okay. Some of these decorations scream not safe for work.
It's Krampus. Every year it gets even more like a Halloween rager.
I mean, it's got good vibes. It's not like a big rave night out. It's not my kind of thing. Little party though, cool vibe. I like it.
It's spooky. I like it. Everyone should end the year this way.
Your idea of a fun outing involves condemned buildings. Of course you'd like it.
That's fair. That is fair.
Is the gingerbread house part of the plan?
Hilarious. No. The plan is when it's time to roast Lucas, we'll swap out their toothless slideshow with mine.
Oh,
Spent all day on it. It's got all the evidence I have of what Lucas did to Maya. We'll play it while he's on stage, in front of everyone.
Okay. I can't believe it's not Caledon University branded though, like Gwen's.
What's wrong?
Just promise me we'll nail him this time.
I thought we were trying to expose him, not nail him. Yeah, go on. Of course
He's
you will.
not slithering out of this. Not between the two of us and other Moses.
You're right. He's
You
fine.
gotta stop with the sexual allegories, man.
So-
Like, what are you doing?
How do we pull this off?
Looks like Reggie's running the projector.
We need someone who's willing to run the slideshow
Running is
without
pushing
asking
it.
questions. And not piss themselves when Lucas gets mad.
I'll see how Reggie's feeling.
Next up, Ben. He's the MC tonight. So we'll need his help.
Think you can talk him into it?
Sometimes
We
I
don't know
wonder
his
what the
history.
old Vins say.
And
Oh
at
wait, that's the
least
wrong MC.
Gwen. Be nice to have her support. She hates Lucas as much as I do. But I doubt she'd listen to me.
I'll talk to her.
Great. Let me know when you're done.
Let's do it. It's
Enjoy the
gaming
party.
time. See, she's got some of the energy there. I just don't feel like that kind of happy-go-lucky,
Operation
carefree energy is
Expose
kind of
Lucas
gone from
is
Safi
go.
towards the end of the game. Which, I get, because obviously we understand more of what's behind their character and, like, the powers and stuff, but that kind of chill energy was one of the things I really liked about her. Well, Gwen's right here, so let's talk to you immediately.
Hey, just the troublemaker I wanted to see.
Me? Really?
Yeah, you were right. That security footage was weird. I showed it to the board.
And?
Didn't make a fucking ounce of difference. Got fired anyway.
I mean, yeah, like,
Sophie's
realistically,
power over
that wasn't me, even though
perception
his footage of me staring into the
seems to
camera doing it.
imprint
No.
on objects as well.
Oh, Gwen. I'm so sorry.
So, is that what you came over here for?
No, I want you to help me expose an asshole.
Sophie has a plan to tell the truth about Lucas's book during the roast. It would be a lot more credible if someone from the faculty backed us up.
I hadn't realized how much fight I'd lost until that hearing today. Forgot how much better it feels to stand for something. Fuck it, I'm in.
Thank you, Gwen.
Which I love, and she doesn't agree if you don't
So,
save that
when
USB
does
stick,
this all go
which is
down?
cool.
Don't worry. You won't miss it.
You won't miss the fireworks, Gwen. They're going to be quite exciting, let me tell you. Now, time for a little bit of content I haven't actually seen before because I just noticed it and someone reminded me. Missing cat. Oh, I can't look at it yet. It doesn't seem like. From what I've heard, you get the next stage the cat content by looking at a missing cat poster in the turtle.
Guest of dishonor, if I have anything to do with it.
But it seems like I can't look at it just yet. Maybe it's later on after the roast has concluded. Might be like that. What's the announcements? Maybe it's that.
There's so much to do tonight.
No, just a few different bits. Look at that picture of the turkey, bruh. Alright, Amanda! Gotta say hi to Amanda, come on.
I love what you've done with the place.
Can't wait to take all this shit down. Abraxas's idea of holiday decor does not line up with mine.
Nah, it looks cool. Although
I'm
working
surprised
here
you
would
let
be a
them
hassle to do.
anything. You're kind of a control freak.
I am not. It's just my bar. Whatever, shoo, go enjoy the party.
So bossy.
I do like those two together.
Why do you need his
Alright. Vin is being chatted to by Safi in a minute. Oh yeah, I can't even speak to him. Bro is just giving the 1,000-yard stare. And he's blinking quite violently. Good grief, you alright, fella? Okay, let's talk to Reginald. Hello, Reggie. Would you like to explain what's going on?
You manning the projector tonight?
No, he's womaning it. That's sexist, Max. What the fuck's wrong with you?
More like. The school only agreed to let us use Olga here if someone kept an eye on her at all times.
Oof. Not what you had planned for Krampus. Reggie, how would you feel about...
Telling about a prank is probably not a good way to deal with Reggie, so I'm going to say being relieved of the duties.
letting someone else worry about the projector tonight?
Yeah, right. It'll be on me if something goes wrong. This thing is probably worth more than my
Which is
whole
interesting because Max is a member of staff. So if a member of
ma'am,
staff said to me they'd look after it, I would just be like,
I need you a few steps
yeah,
back.
sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Reggie's not going to cut it. But if something went wrong with that projector, and Moses was the only one who could fix it,
You have my attenzione. But we
how can
can't
make
ask
sure
Living
it
World
only break
Moses.
it in a way that this Moses can fix?
Now there's the
I should
advantage.
let Moses have a little more time with Diamond before I drag him into things.
Why? They're only friends. Moses is in a loving relationship. No, it's quite a genius idea. Hey, we got another Moses. I'm going to ask him what he thinks about the projector and what he'd do. Wait, new post from Amanda. I know Krampus is cancelled, but can you all do me a favour and make some gingerbread houses so we don't have to put 100 of them in the trash? We can take them off your hands. I appreciate it. Coming in late, but I'll be able to get one if they're not already taken. Already had one saved to the side for you. Ah. And speaking of... Oh, that hair is freaky. Oh, after today, the Stabbing Turtle will be closed until New Year's Day. Okay. But look, Moses is making his gingerbread house.
hey Moses.
How's your first Krampus?
It's weird, probably. I would
It's
say.
the oddest shit I've ever seen in my life. Which is saying something.
I usually hate parties, but Krampus is always fun.
I was trying to be gentle with him because he's going to be sad being sat with no party. But...
Anyway, that's not why we're here. Did you guys figure out a plan?
Yes, we did, but it's already falling apart.
Okay, so she must have told him something in between
We require
this.
Mosai assistance. I need to get other Reggie to let other Moses control the projector instead.
Okay.
I was thinking, if something went wrong with it...
So it's gotta go wrong in a way that's right for me to fix it.
Exactly.
Do you know which projector it is?
Reggie called it... Olga?
Olga can be particular.
It's a piece of tech, fella.
If you go to the other side and listen, I can walk you through jamming it from here.
You might be better at my powers than me.
Probably. Come back and let me know if it works, okay?
I will. Better
Alright.
get into position. I don't want to miss Moses.
I just love the way they get all finicky over, like, projectors. Just like, hey, Olga's a bit tough. It's a piece of kit, fella. Just tell me how I fix it. But this is one of the cleverest use of the powers. One of the things that's, like, the best about the powers in these games is when they find really creative ways to use them. And the idea of, like, listening into Moses in another universe tell me how to fuck up a projector in this universe is up there with the best uses of the power in this game. It's
I need
really
Reggie's
good.
eyes off that projector long enough for me to get
The Alderman
my
section in
hands
Chapter
on
2
it.
is also pretty big. I really like what they do with that.
Huh. They're chummy. Maybe Diamond can help me out.
Okay. There's no other text to look at there now. So, we need to get Diamond to distract Reggie. Okay. Need your help, please, bestie. Even though we're not besties whatsoever. Again, Diamond's a character I just would have liked more out of in this game. I've said that before, but yeah, I just felt like we could have got more with her. Anyway. There's two ways I know for sure will work, neither of which is going to be fun for our guy. Reggie's never not stressing out his grades mood. So there's an assignment he's missed, he'll start sweating over that. I have done that before, genuinely. Reggie's also never not stressing over Vin. Those two are bad for each other, and to hear him tell it, they got to have it bad for each other. So it's up to you how you want to play it. Yeah, missing assignments or work or anything, something stresses me out majorly. I mean, I actually, fun fact, well, not fun for me, but I actually missed a private lesson I was teaching on Monday because the time zone changed, we moved a lesson slot, and it was 1 hour in the day, and it was I've not mentioned it on stream. The reason I've ended up not going out with friends for the week is because my mum ended up having an operation. It was going to be like a day thing. She's fine, but yeah, it was going to end up being a day trip. Ended up being an overnight one. Long story short, in hindsight, I'm glad that I've stayed anyway to look after her. But I needed to be with her to help her to like discharge and look after her, so I couldn't go on the day, which I was planning it was going to be a trip from Tuesday through to Saturday, so I couldn't go on the trip. So I've ended up staying at home. Hence why we're here playing this. But as a result, I was freaking out so much during the day of her operation that I completely forgot I'd moved the lesson, and only realised after it had finished that I'd missed it. And you should have seen the anxiety on me. Like, oh my god, I panicked so fucking hard. It was insane. Like, I was apologizing to the parent and everything. It's fine. Like, the parent understood and everything. But, like, I'm very much like that. Anything, like, work or assignment related, if I think I've missed something, like, I'm so on top of it. But, like, you know, nobody's perfect. So if I ever do make a mistake, like, it will make me panic, like, for real. So, I'm just, like, yeah, I can very understand that. Anyway, I can very understand that. What the fuck does that mean? So what should we do? Since we're not getting with Vin, let's set them up together. Let's get a happy couple. Mention Vin, but remember, I want to distract Reggie, not destroy him. I can strike a delicate balance. Vin wants to sleep with you right now. What?
Reggie's officially distracted.
Vin's like making moves on everybody, man. He was sleeping with Safi, making moves on Max. Reggie's flirting with him. Sheesh. My man is a flirt. All right, pulse to listen to Moses. Let's open the control hatch.
I'm not touching anything until I hear from
You could open the control hatch, Max. Come on.
Maybe Reggie did see her and she had to talk to him? Okay, how long would that take? Max, you there? Man, this feels silly.
Okay,
If you're there,
see what Moses
start by
has to
opening
say.
the control hatch. It should be on the right side.
Okay. Now what's really funny is once you've done this, I've tried this in my second run, because I remember everything you need to do. You can actually just fiddle with all the switches now and just go for it, which is really funny. I can just be like, boop, bap, boop, done. But let's listen to him.
I feel kind of like a spy. Do you feel like a spy?
Yeah, Johnny English. Not a good spy, but a funny spy.
If yes, switch to focus mode to manual. If no, I'm not really sure.
I just love the idea that like there were other people in that bar that are like listening to him be like, why are you talking to Max? She's not here, fella.
So far, so good. What's my next step?
Shouldn't take too long, right? Flip one switch. Yeah. Max, next, make sure the focus dial is turned all the way to the left.
Okay. Focus dial all the way to the left. So let's turn it left.
Still needs to be a little more to the left.
Okay, more to the left.
This looks like it's in the right spot.
Can't turn it any further left. Okay.
I'm giving you an extra second or two. You probably turned the knob all the way to the right at first by mistake.
Hey.
All right, Max. Final step. Just hit calibrate. After a few seconds, you should hear the motor stick. I can't believe I just did that. I'm sorry, Elda.
You can fix it, fella. Don't worry about it. Bro's feeling remorseful over a piece of tech.
Sorry, Reggie.
Did Olga kill his
This is
wife or
one
something?
omelet we have to make.
No, shit. What is happening?
To be fair, if it was making that noise, I would be freaking out. It's just the autism. I can really relate to him. Yeah, I just like that they kind of given a bit of like an accurate representation of autism, or at least a little bit of it. It's nice. It's nice. Maybe we should just stand here and watch Reggie panic. Can I get him to speak? No, I can look at him, but...
Don't worry, Reggie. Moses is here to save the day.
You say that, but we could just let him panic for a little bit. Let's just watch Reggie suffer. No, no, I'm not an arsehole. Moses, I need your technology expertise. Would you please assist, good sir?
Hey, guys.
Max.
Hey.
How do you do, fellow kids? Busted projector, question mark?
Hey, Moses. I need a favor. I think Reggie's on the brink of ruining school property.
Oh, it's Olga. Everyone thinks she's finicky, but she's just... Rain check?
Sure. Duty calls.
See, I'm interested by this because, like, we don't get too much. I mean, Max doesn't feel very remorseful, even though she kind of said it before.
I don't know what happened. One minute she's fine, and the next she's yelling at me like she's my mom.
Damn. That's
There's
some
your
trauma.
problem. The focusing motor is stuck.
Maybe take the night off, Reggie. I think Moses has it from here.
I'll finish my point.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Max. You sure?
Yeah, I'd be sat there like, what do you mean I'll look after it? I'm fixing a small thing. We need a pro. Yeah, we need a pro.
Yeah.
Need a
this is
professional
Curtis we're
projector
talking
guy.
about. We need a pro.
Projector.
You need a pro to press next on the projector?
Everything has to be perfect for the roast.
Okay. If you're sure. Thanks, Moses.
Machine Angel
You
Psychic.
saved my life.
You're being all Maxy. What's afoot?
Something at the end of your leg. Idiot.
Me and Safi are hijacking the roast tonight. We need your help to run this slideshow instead. We have good reason. You'll see.
All right. I trust you.
I should talk
So,
to the
my
other
point I was
Moses.
going to make about 3 years ago. Like, I kind of get the impression that Diamond's into Moses, which is odd, because if you look in Moses's feed, I imagine it'll be in both universes. Yeah, here we go. Much love to Tony, the best ever for the finals week care package. Old what's her name never did anything like this for me. You have to call a girl you dated for like 2 months freshman year when we was on a break. So there's obviously a long relationship history between Moses and this Tony. Like they've had a break in the middle of it, and they're like assumedly still dating based on this message. But maybe it's just that Diamond wants to be his friend, genuinely. But I get the vibes that she's like some kind of like lovelorn admirer of Moses and just isn't really getting the chance to declare her feelings for him. Because she didn't just feel like, yeah, no worries, we can play it another time. She seemed genuinely heartbroken. And again, I don't know why, like, give Diamond more screen time has kind of become my rhetoric with this fucking series on stream. But there's a few moments like, why does she want to be the leader of Abraxas? Why is she pining over Moses in such a way? Like, why we don't get enough time with her, I don't think, personally. Because I do wonder that, and it never really gets answered. She's just kind of like, yeah. I mean, to be fair, if someone pulled my friend away even from a card game, I would be a little bit sad. But she just seems like she's like, you know, sad XL. Tell Deadwell Moses' plan worked. Let's keep him in the loop. We got to keep him happy. This is his entertainment for the night, you know? Letting him know that his tech skills are, in fact, extremely handy. Who doesn't love a techie guy? Come on.
It worked. Other you is in place and ready to go.
Nice.
Where'd you get this house? Aren't they from the party?
Amanda saved me a kid. She knew Safi and I really got into it last year.
Aw.
Last piece. Oh, damn. Chimney broke. Wonder how it tastes.
Probably like
I
gingerbread,
can
I
find an
expect.
extra chimney on the other side.
We can. Safi was gluing one on.
Just hang on.
Well, gluing. What did they actually use? Like some kind of like edible paste glue? I've never made a gingerbread house. That could be really fun.
Get the roast going.
I wonder if does Amanda actually say anything? I didn't realize I didn't speak to her in the dead world.
Ready for the school year to be over?
Damn. This year has felt like a string of endless Mondays. You'll be here?
I'll be in and out.
Don't have too much fun.
Damn, really got some good romance with her then. Again, man.
Do we not do enough with our art?
No, it's... All we do together is rail on other people's art. I don't want to do that anymore.
Good. Don't be nasty. No need to be. You're not Victoria Chase. No, I just, you know, seeing the difference in interactions between the Amandas is like it gets more jarring as time goes on, I feel. Anyway, we can get Safi's gingerbread chimney. So, icing when solid connectors glue, it's really hard. Oh, okay, so it's just simple as icing. See, there are some things I know and some things I
Can
don't.
I borrow Safi for a sec?
Why are they railing us off of people's
so
art?
Other Moses is also making a gingerbread house?
Aw, is he?
Yeah, but his chimney broke. Mind if I take yours?
It's for Moses.
How's he doing?
It's for Moses.
Like, really?
It's for Mose. I didn't even mean to say that. He's lonely or he's coping. Well, if you want to really, if you said really, so I'm not gonna lie, he is lonely. He's sat in a bar with depressive music playing in the background, building a gingerbread house by himself. The way in which she pulled that off, I genuinely am surprised it didn't snap.
This was a doozy to make.
I'm getting fucking notifications on my phone. I need to put myself on Do Not Disturb or something, I feel like. Twitter notifications in particular just explode. Me and Nix have too many accounts on notifications.
On campus going so far? Much better than expected.
Yo, cool pin.
Wow. I'm a celebrity.
Wait, has she got the Abraxas pin on her? Oh, she has! I never noticed that. Look at that on her on her back. On the towards the right, that's the Abraxas pin from the puzzle box. Huh. As if. I'm just gonna double check there's been no change with that cat poster yet. No, I think once we've done the roast with Lucas, I reckon there'll probably be a chance then. That's my guess. Because there's a chance to reflect there. I keep forgetting to check that, and I want to do that. Those notifications are extremely important. It's literally just that I'm, like, the amount of Twitter accounts I'm following is just ridiculous. Far too many. Okay. Wait, why have I walked away? Moses, I've got your chimney. I was actually just going to go put it in the bin. Right here. No. Have the chimney, good sir.
Voila.
And your house is finished.
Guess who it's from?
I love that she wrote the initials on as well. That is really cute. Sophia Llewellyn-Fayad, Moses Murphy, and Max Caulfield.
It's... for real? From the other side, from... Safi?
Something about that reaction that's just so fucking real, man. Like, that's... Performances are one thing this game does not struggle with in the slightest. Like, the actors do such a good job. Again, even just the facial expressions. Like that moment of my dead friend who's alive in another timeline, knows about me, cares about me, and wants me to be okay. Like, even through something as small as that gingerbread house, it's just... It's just cute. It's just really fucking cute. I love it. Wait, from Cosmosis. I really thought I'd be making my gingerbread house without Safi this year, but my friends found a way. They found a way. Oh, I don't think I've looked at that one before. That's so sweet. Oh. Well, it seems everything's in place. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to roast Lucas. I'm thinking gas mark 7, 30 minutes, center tray of the oven. Should be about enough. Maybe 40 minutes if we really want to get into a good crispy glow.
Is he...
Part of your merry band? Yeah, I am.
What, am I Robin Hood then?
Gwen's on board too.
Yeah. Hope it's not for nothing.
She's quite the hunter, let me tell you.
What's going on?
Lucas is about to call the whole thing off. He's out on the patio freaking out.
He's supposed to announce his movie deal tonight. I guess he's worried it's too good to be true.
It's about to be, baby.
Okay, so what do we do?
Better be quick. Guy's 2 ticks away from calling an Uber.
Fuck. I'm gonna go stall him. You figure something out, Max.
Good luck.
It's very funny watching someone in my chat get really attracted to Vin so much that she can't even spell her messages right.
What's
Vin,
she
you're so
doing?
fine, I won't you.
Is that Safi?
A Loretta that I actually like! No way!
That's definitely Safi.
Loretta's just too nosy,
Better go
man.
back up. Safi, out on the patio.
It's so funny as well, there was like an ongoing theory that Loretta was actually Rachel Amber. I don't know how that would have worked, but... No, she's actually just a really nosy Parker that thinks having a podcast makes her really important. I have a podcast. It doesn't make me important, believe me.
Tiny
It just makes me more nerdy.
It's really not a good time, Loretta.
Here. I promise I'll be quick.
Really, I can't.
A lot of conversations happening here. Okay, right.
I'll be quick. How did you find success after years of mediocrity?
Loretta?
I've talked about this in my workshops, Loretta. Don't you remember?
Genius is rarely understood, or persistence is what matters. So we're really trying to butter him up. So in that case, genius is rarely understood. Yeah. The genius is someone who steals students' work. You know, especially students that end up taking their own lives because of it. Like,
yes.
Yeah, it's really,
That's
really
a common
misunderstood.
refrain in great art.
Prick.
It's been years since Water Beast was published. Have you settled for an early retirement?
His face is so good. One book is enough. Yeah, who wants another book from this dude? Fucking hell. But let's encourage him. You can't rush art.
Come on, Loretta. You can't rush the process.
No, not at all.
Lucas has a vision that requires time to perfect.
Paul Bettany?
Yes. Very well said, Max. Thank you.
Besides, there's a reason Lucas needs to focus back on Wilder Beasts for now.
Because he's a beast himself.
If
Absolute
you stick around for
beast.
the Krampus roast, you can be the first to break the news. Right, Lucas?
Yeah, that's right. Sure.
Nice work, Loretta.
Loretta.
Thanks for your time, Professor.
The only other time I've heard Loretta as a name is in How I Met Your Mother. It was Barney's mum, who was like the biggest, well, other than Barney, the
Trying to
biggest
get on my
sex
good
fiend in
side again?
existence. So it's just really funny seeing that name in this context. Especially just with the way that her name is said in How I Met Your Mother. When someone remembers her, they just go, Loretta. So whenever I hear Loretta, just that comes to mind. Colleagues shouldn't fight Lucas. You know, I'm a
don't
changed
like
person.
fighting with my
Turned a new
colleagues.
leaf.
What are you doing in academia, Max?
Taking photos, most
I'll
often.
let you in. I almost called off the event before you got here.
You? On your big night?
Yeah, I know. If my old man could see me, he'd tell me to man up and get in there.
And I'd tell him that's sexist.
He was an author too, you know. Roberto Colmenero. Come on then. I deserve this. I should stop stalling.
Go get him.
Why does he keep tabbing his pocket? I do like when people like of other like nationalities when they say like their names or like family names, you can kind of hear the accent come out. That's a nice touch that I do quite like. What's in the pocket? You fell asleep and missed the stream. We're only about an hour in fairness. We've discussed Safi's shape-shifting power, and we're now getting vengeance on Lucas for stealing Maya's book ideas. And obviously leading to her committing suicide. We're about to enact the plan. But he's got a gun!
Shit.
And it's even got his dad's initials on it, which is a bit freaky. Not only do you
RC.
buy a gun, you then etch your own initials on.
Roberto Colmenero.
It's a level of extra I never want to be.
Partner. Although I thought you were gonna puke there for a second.
Are we not reacting to the fact that I hold it? Yeah, I'm holding a gun.
Ew, what the fuck? Why?
You didn't see that on the way over to me?
Sophie, this is bad.
Jesus, Max. You might shoot me. Lucas might shoot me. America has a problem.
The less said about that, the better. Oh,
I trust you.
I don't think she trusts herself, and honestly, fair.
Here, I'll hold on to it. Happy?
I guess you know where the gun she has in the ending comes from. Yeah, no, well, that was exactly my thought. I was looking at it like, is that the same one from the flashback? And I think, well, I mean, I think. I definitely don't know. Definitely don't know.
It's time for the Krampus roast. Let's welcome our guest of honor, Professor Lucas Colmenero.
Colmenero! The fucking energy
Fair
in
warning.
Vitnaz is great.
He's gonna say a few words before we start, so I hope everyone's already halfway to wasted.
And I don't know if you... Yeah, that face! I hope my camera didn't completely cover it, but that is one of my favorite bits of this game. Just that...
I
the
wanted
fuck
to
did you
announce
just say?
some surprising news.
No?
My world-renowned book, Wilder Beasts Than These,
Was stolen, bitch! Oh, Safi has that stern look on her face.
Wait. That's not right. What is this?
That's your past, Lucas. Your former student, Maya Okada. Now that's odd. I thought this was a presentation about your book. Would you care to explain what Maya's doing up there instead?
These are not my slides.
No.
Me when someone hands me the wrong pair of shoes.
Then
Sorry.
Let me help you out.
I feel like my stream's just a mix of nerdiness and really shitty jokes.
The beast rose and stared into me. It became me. I had always been the beast. Powerful words from Caledon's famous pet novelist. Am I right? What do we all think?
Boo or cheer? Boo.
Ooh.
Thank you. At least someone remembers this is a roast. Now wait a minute, Professor. This might be the clue we were looking for.
Bro looks like 5 days were caught in the headlights.
So, what do we have here? Maya Okada's draft. Wait a minute. Maya wrote that sentence?
What? Pourquoi?
That page, for real? Yes, for real. But you already know that. Because every word of your venerated novel belongs to Maya Okada.
What the hell are you doing? This is slander.
Every one of this man's accolades belongs to Maya Okada.
That's why he only wrote one book.
Can't believe this. That's why the one book.
That's why he's not written anything else, because he never wrote it to begin with, the dumbass.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Try me.
All right, let's rein this in. Now, we wouldn't want this roast to end in any actionable legal threats.
What did he say to him? I don't think we actually find it out, and I really wish we knew.
Continue, please.
What a prick.
As some of you must surely know, Maya Okada was a beloved former student of mine who tragically took her own life. The thought of her death being politicized and used as a cudgel, beyond disrespectful. Maya believed in my work. She believed in me.
That's a load of horse shit, Coleman Arrow.
Oh!
Everything Vin Lang said is true. I should know. Because I helped cover it up. I shouldn't have, but I did. And so did this university. We all helped make sure that man never faced a single consequence. That's
Oh great, my audio's gone out of sync. We love when that happens, don't we? So good. We can fix that very quickly. Why would my computer do that? There's no need for that. Okay. There we go. That should fix it. Oh, it hasn't. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's get this fixed very quickly. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's just okay that and then okay that. Now. There we go. Fixed. Ridiculous.
When
anyway.
Trying to take me down with you. Unfortunately, Dr. Hunter was just terminated for, well, highly illegal conduct.
That has nothing to do with this.
In fact, her very presence on this campus may be unlawful in and of itself. Gwen, we've been colleagues for years. I understand you're disgruntled, but I hope in the future you can channel your anger more productively.
Just visually seeing the way those words spread across his face in the projector is really well done. But yeah, he's an arsehole. Sees a way to try and fight back and rides it all the way home like the last train.
Sorry about that, folks.
I knew this would fucking happen.
What are you doing?
I'm changing it to Vin. I'll make Lucas fess up myself.
Sophie, wait. This is your chance to tell everyone your side. Shouldn't you go up there as yourself?
Are you serious right now? If speaking my truth worked, we wouldn't be here.
I am serious. Superpowers aren't the answer to every problem. I would know.
With the rest of Caledon.
Fuck.
As of next year, Wilder
All right.
BCDs will be adapted into a feature
Trust you.
film.
We have to get him this time, Max. This is Vin's turf. not
Very
mine.
little clapping to his movie announcement there. You hear that?
Do you really think I should go up there as myself?
Good question. And Noelle, why don't you help me find out what the chat think? Should Safi go up on stage as herself or go as Vin? What's the better option here? Let's see what everyone thinks. This is quite, I feel like this is actually quite a tough one, and I do think you get pretty decent scenes out of both of them, really. So let's see what the audience thinks. Let's have an audience vote. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, we're doing these over on Twitch. So if you head over to Twitch, you can take part in the vote. If not, then I'll tell you the results anyway, as per usual. So place your votes, people. Should Safi go as herself, or should she go as Vin instead? And dude, she should go as her mother and expose him. Why would she go as her mother, though? Well, that seems like a bit of a left field choice. Lucas would make a good politician. Well, 'cause he's very good at lying. I don't even know if he's good at lying. He's good at deflecting, very, very certainly. You know, like the way he deflected from Gwen's accusation, from her backing it up. Very much seems like that. Okay, poll is about to run out, and the majority of people are saying, well, everyone who's voted so far has said go as herself. So unless we get some sudden miraculous shift in the attention towards Vin, I think we're going to be going as Safi. So let's see what happens if she goes as herself.
You can do this.
Yeah, you can. Have faith in you.
Fuck. Honesty is not my strong suit.
It's probably something you should have.
Here we go.
Safi.
Did you forget that I was actually there? That at one point we were all friends? You, me, and Maya? I trusted you. Was that all a lie too?
You're trying to turn me into this monster.
I watched you tour the country, win awards for the work you stole from her. I watched her beg you to stop. I watched you kill her. Now you expect me to watch you profit off her grave?
Yeah, and what about you? If what I did was really so bad, you would have said something back then. You didn't.
That's not the defense you think it is, fella. That's not a strong comeback.
I was a child. What was your excuse?
And what young Safi here doesn't understand is it wasn't stealing. Authors frequently take inspiration from one another. I was going to give her credit, but then she... Think about what I was going through.
Oh, you've lost the crowd, fella. Oh, think about what was happening to poor old me while I stole a student's work. Oh, think about this. Oh, pity me, please. Absurd. I'm so glad we've been a prick to him at every given opportunity. The man deserved it tenfold. And there we go. There's your weekly dose of Kaladin drama, everyone. Oh, beautiful.
You were right. They listened to me. Just me.
Of course they did. You're you.
You don't know how much this means to me, Max.
I'm just happy to share this moment with you.
Okay, enough. Let's celebrate.
Hey. We need to talk. Alone.
I would not want to be near you for a second.
Fuck off. You'll want to hear this.
Relax. I'm the one packing, remember? I'll be fine. Wait for me?
I'll be over with Moses when you're ready.
Okay. Moses just conveniently blocked by someone in the crowd. I'm not sure if that was intentional or what. But...
Lucas and Safi? That can't be good. Oh, I should let other Moses know how it went.
Now, like I said, there is a reflection. But there's also the... Can we do the cat poster now?
You're so full of shit.
so quick to run me over, but you're the one who can't deal with reality.
Whoa. Whatever they're talking about sounds intense.
Anything to cover your ass.
And yet you're still listening.
I should ease up on the eavesdropping. Sophie will tell me whatever that was about later.
I know how low you can go, Lucas.
I want to figure out what I'm doing with that cat poster. There has to be a way to do something with it.
No, you're not.
Oh, I can't speak to Gwen. That's strange. Oh, there we go.
That worked out better than I expected.
Sophie was phenomenal. I'm proud of her. Didn't feel so great what Lucas said to me, though.
It meant a lot to Sophie that you came forward.
Yeah.
Yeah? Thanks, Max.
In fairness, his point was valid. You know, she was taken off the faculty, so I was surprised they thought she'd have much credibility anyway. That someone who'd been dealing drugs to students would suddenly have a valid opinion to give on, you know, Lucas's stuff. So I think we have to speak to Deadwell Moses first. So even though he stood there and just waiting to talk to me, I'm just going to go, bye, zoom, straight to talk to Deadwell Moses. Hello, sir.
We got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
What I would have given to see it. How is Sophie?
She's exhausted. Aren't we all?
Exhausted, I'm sure.
You know, playing games is hard work.
It took a lot of courage, what she did.
You should get back. She'll need you.
Us. She knows you're still here for her, too.
Just a really good lead cast in this game, man. Anyone ever comes for these characters and be like, they're not well written or something, I'll be like, excuse me? No. Absolutely not. Right. I'm going to try the cat poster again because I'm genuinely wondering at what point I can claim it. I read that it was episode 4. I'm just slightly confused that I can't read it now. Maybe I should have looked it up. I don't know. But I want to get the cat content ending. So, well, there's Vin. Vin's chilling as well. Where do I reflect in here as well? Reflecting is something I need to do.
So,
Sort of in.
What happened?
Lucas reminded me that we're not the only ones who can make threats. It's not important.
I would like to know, though. Like,
Well,
what was it?
We got him in the end, so no harm done, I guess.
Where's Sophie? I'm worried.
She's around here somewhere.
You remember that cow skull thing? I wasn't covering up for Gwen.
Just once? I'd love it if you said what you mean.
Just keep an eye on Sophie tonight, okay?
Fine. See you around.
I forgot he said that. Ooh. But what does it mean? Oh, I wonder if the reflection moment is in the dead timeline. Let's check that. Let's try that out. Let's try that out. Also, Diamond is just like stood here like, I want to speak to you. So what have you got to say?
That was wild. So that's why you needed Moses, huh?
Yeah.
Man. The fact that Lucas was the department chair after doing that to a student really creeps me out, you know?
And rightfully
I
so.
really do.
Let's forget about Lucas for the rest of the night and get hammered.
Sounds great.
Sometimes I do feel like they're too lax with Max because she is meant to be a staff member. And the student's like, do you want to get hammered with me? Like, that'd be grounds for, like, termination or probation or something for a teacher, at least in the UK. I don't know what America's like, but damn. Oh, here we go. Here's where we reflect. Hang on a minute. No, can't read the poster there. I was thinking maybe that was where I was going wrong. Let's have the reflection. Let's see what she says.
My powers didn't backfire. No one was killed by their ghostly selves.
You're saying this in
What
chapter 4,
matters
Max.
most is
Dangerous thing to
Maya
do.
will finally get the recognition she deserves. And maybe Sophie will move on. The way she smiled at me when she came off that stage tonight. I'll never forget that. Tonight was a win, but it was a lot. It's nice to have a moment to breathe.
Nice song as well. Yeah, I haven't seen that reflection point. Every time I've played this, I've seen it in the choices be like, Max didn't reflect at the snapping turtle. And I was like, shit. The music was quite nice. But yeah, don't know what's going on with that cat poster. I'm going to, in fact, you know what? I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to have a quick Google. I'm going to have a quick Google. I'm going to see, Life is Strange. Because I'd like to get that. I'd like to do the things I haven't done in this playthrough. It might be that it's like, I haven't seen the chance yet. It might be that it's not come up.
Where's Moses? We should celebrate.
Here we go. At the start of Chapter 4, Scene 2, look at the flyer located directly across the bathrooms with Max. After Max gives a comment, you can press X to scan the QR code and that will find the trophy. Oh, so I might have missed the chance. Oh dear. Oh dear. Have I still missed it? Or maybe not.
Maybe Loretta turned up something that'll explain my unexpected house guest?
Ah, there we have it. There we have it. Scan QR code. Boom.
Hello and welcome to Get a Clue with Loretta Rice, the only homegrown Lakeport true crime podcast. This week we're talking about a series of break-ins that culminated in a catnapping. If you're a Lakeport local, you'll remember Jackie and her cat. Their collaboration won last year's Local Artist Showcase Award when the little furball walked across Jackie's still wet canvas. We'll throw Jackie's contact info into the show notes, so get in touch if you know anything. Now, moving on.
Man.
Oh, there we go.
Has Iris been a distinguished artist this whole time?
We found the cat's owner.
Let me shoot Jackie a message before tonight gets any more out of control.
Good job I checked now. I think the chance to check was about to disappear.
Whoa. That made my entire year.
Mine too.
So that's what you two were planning this whole time.
Wait, where's Safi?
Where's Safi? Safi wanted the truth, so I gave it to her. All of it.
I told her that Tetris is the best video game to ever be invented.
Do you?
That was a bit of a loud pull off the coat.
What was that about?
What's wrong?
My head, it was my book! I can't believe you.
I can do this!
You lied to me.
You lied to me.
You lied
Reggie's
to me.
eyes are so expressive.
You lied to me.
Safi, you lied to me.
Ruh-roh.
You lied to me.
See what I mean about timing that? I'm very glad that I checked before we got there. I'm very glad we checked before we got there. But what's happening with Safi? What's the truth? And don't tell me it's a character out of GTA San Andreas, because while it's true, it doesn't really apply here. Where's the blue hair gone? Bring it back. Oh. I dropped my bag!
What has she done?
That camera pan down is pretty cool. Let's go find her.
Before it's too late.
No footsteps we can track. But something tells me that I think we all probably can guess where she's going to be. At least I could from the start, I figured out. Oh. These some funky camera angles, bro.
Oh no, it's getting worse. People's headaches are getting worse.
Let's find out what's going on. Wait, who's that? Oh, it's a plaque. Don't care about the people who were hurt. Just focus on the plaque, Max. Cryptid kids.
Make it okay.
Can you two hear me?
Get back, Mom.
Oh. Oh.
Come up here and look down to the pool.
That's the overlook. There's your
Safi,
hints.
Wait for
Time
me.
to go and find Safi. But she mentioned her mom. Wonder what that means. So I'm trying to keep the tension for anyone who doesn't know what's happening. Because I know who they are.
Up there.
Of course.
I have to
Start
hurry.
where you finish.
You have ruined the school. You did nothing. Only terrible choices. You won't even admit it. Spent my life shielding you from harm. You have no idea. What you did is unforgivable.
Almost there. Hold on, both of you.
There's a storm. We might want to do something about that. Whoa!
Sophie's
Please. I was
There's the
trying
gun.
to say you were trying to protect me. Say it one more time. I fucking dare you.
Sophie, don't do
Stay
this.
back! Both of you.
Sophie, listen to me.
I'm not wearing the right coat for this to make sense. Well, she's clearly losing control of her power.
Something's happening to your powers. You're losing control.
All this time I've been trying to get justice, and she's the one who's been getting in the way. Not Gwen. My own fucking mother.
It was you? You canceled our book deal?
The book was just her latest twisted fuckery. She's been doing this for years. Since I was a kid.
You deserve better than what I experienced.
Well, that doesn't look very good. Don't tell me you've only just now noticed the storm, Max. There's no way.
Sophie, remember what I told you about Arcadia Bay? About the storm? It's happening again.
Don't do this to me.
I can't do this again, Sophie. I can't sit by and watch everything get wiped away. Please, don't make me.
She's almost looking at the camera there. It's kind of scary.
Max, she kept me from seeing my dad. And she made me think it was his idea. How fucked up is that?
Extremely, Sam.
You don't understand.
This world can be so cruel.
How's this for cruel? The only time in my entire life that you weren't controlling me was when I wasn't even me!
From Yasmin's perspective, she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? And here's what she means.
God.
I like also the voice doesn't change so much, like constantly now. You can kind of tell that she's losing it.
I'm your mother.
Ba 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 ba.
One day you will understand. Shut up! I've done everything for you. Shut up!
If she says shut up, you better shut up. This is a dangerous play you're making. And here we go. Final choice of the chapter. Are we rushing Safi to get the gun out of her hand, or are we going to try and talk her down? Noelle, you know what to do, please. Let's get that poll out and let's see what people think. I'll have more thoughts on this twist at the end of the chapter. I won't have too much to say, because obviously I want us to get to chapter 5. But I have thoughts, and I may well share more of them throughout the next chapter. But we'll get this bit done, and then I will talk about it all. Then I will talk about it all. Let's wait for that choice to come up. Assuming Noelle is actually here. She hasn't said anything. Oh yeah, there you go. She is here. Okay, cool. There's your vote. Cast your vote, people. Shall we rush B or talk her down? Bruh. Alright, let me know what you think. Are we trying to talk Safi down, or are we going to knock her over and grab that gun out of her hand? What's the play here? Let me know what you think. Oh, it's neck and neck already. Woo! What do we think, people? What do we think? Place thine votes. If it stays neck and neck, then I'll have to make the choice. And you don't want me making choices. Me making choices. What, am I supposed to be a YouTuber with my own agency? No one has that. Okay. Ah, there we go. We got a majority. As it's wearing down, we are going to talk Safi down.
Safi, show your mom you never needed her help.
This isn't you, Safi.
It was me.
Sophia.
This gun was the only choice I've ever really had.
What's happening to you? Ah! Oh my god! Oh. Ah! No! Help her!
I do have to say, just for context there, that choice makes no impact. If you rush her, she shoots her in the exact same place anyway, which I think is a bit of a shame.
I failed. I didn't stop this.
Oh, here comes the photo. Oh, she's going back to there. Not to the moment she shot her. She's going back to before it. But what happens? Well, find out next chapter, which is obviously great because we're going to be playing chapter 5 immediately. But we will have a short 5-minute break while I get everything set up. Anyway, let's look over the choices. So all I will say is I don't think the Yasmin reveal lands the way it probably should. It feels a little bit unearned to me. Like the sudden twist that, oh, it's the mom who got the book deal cancelled. Like, the book deal was not the plot thread I went into this game for. It's also not a plot thread that I'm like hoping is going to be the culmination of everything. The culminero of everything. I understand that, like, we can't really answer the question of who killed Safi because we kind of know, and we, like, have to figure out how we get there, but, like, as a B plot becoming an A plot, I don't think it holds the weight, and that's one of the things that really loses me. I'm like, this doesn't have the weight compared to the earlier chapters, not to me, personally, and I don't think my opinion's changed replaying it, but, well. We'll talk more about this as we go into the final chapter. Anyway, 82% said Max couldn't hurt Safi, 91% told Safi to go as herself, and 79% tried to talk her down in the final confrontation. We have some optional choices as well. Max reflected by the fireplace. She did not see the to-do list in the fridge in both timelines. Well, yeah, forgot to look at that, but I kind of already seen them. Max asked Safi not to shapeshift into Amanda again. Max disliked Safi ruining Lucas's bond with his son. Max told Safi she killed her in the other timeline, helped Moses to fill a gingerbread house. These are a lot more minor ones. Max was polite to Lucas during the chat with Larissa. That's almost 50-50. Max left the Krampus figurine alone. Doesn't matter. Max reflected after the party, only 17%, so I kept missing it. Max booed during the roast. Max spoke with Moses, both Moseses and others after the roast. So there you go. There you go. That is chapter 4. So, we will proceed into chapter 5 in a moment. Why did Gwen admit to canning the deal? I guess because Yasmin had given her, like, forced her to cover it up, I guess. That's the idea. It just doesn't feel like it's weighted, you know? Doesn't feel there's a lot behind it. Oh, it's actually Yasmin? Well, tell us more about it. No? I don't know. Anyway, folks on Twitch, the stream is not going anywhere. We'll have a short break. On YouTube, I'm going to wrap it up here, and I'm going to start a live stream in just a couple of minutes for Chapter 5. So stick around, look for that new stream, and I will put it up, and we will continue. So, I will see you all very soon. Thank you very much for watching on YouTube. If you're watching this back afterwards, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed Chapter 5. And I will see you all over on YouTube shortly. And that is the YouTube stream cut off. So what you need to do now, folks, is give me just a moment to make sure the stream has ended, and then I can create a new one and hopefully start streaming immediately to it. I think that should work, in theory. In theory. But let's see. I need to make sure that it does in fact work to begin with. So, new stream.
How do I know? Stillness means
Review settings.
Danger just slow.
Chapter 5.
I do not trust you. Don't trust myself. But
okay. And we'll set it up to begin at 1:15 because I'm going to go to the toilet. and then we will finish this off, folks. Exciting times. See where it all comes to an end. Chapter 5, there we go. But yes, what do you guys think of that? Of how that comes to an end with Chapter 4? What do you think of that, folks? I just don't think it's quite as strong as it could be. Personally. Alright, Life is Strange, double exposure. I don't even see it in the game titles on YouTube, which is odd. Double. No, it's not there. Okay, whatever. Monetization, blah, 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 blah. Public, set it up for 9:15. Done. Okay. Then we'll get that stream going on YouTube in just a moment. Right, folks, I'll do a very quick BRB, and then we shall commence with Chapter 5. So this stream's not going anywhere. I will see you all in just a few minutes. So, see you in, well, a minute.
Fear is the loudest, but deep down I know I take the terror, then go it alone.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Chapter 5. So, all I need to do now is make sure this stream is working on YouTube. I've not done this in the middle of a stream before, so I need to be sure that we've got this right. I basically just need to check my stream key and make sure it's the same one. It should just auto copy to the next stream. I don't think there'll be a problem, but I've got to be sure this is going to work. Okay, so, in theory, I press this button, it should go over to YouTube. Fingers crossed. Let's just wait and see and make sure it comes up, and then we can proceed and finish the game. Exciting times. Alright, and let's have a look. Yep, we are live. Fantastic. It is working on YouTube. Awesome. Okay. Let's get all set up, baby. Let's get it all going. Let's get it all going. There we go. Let's just type out the stream link. There we go. You letting viewers pick choices? I'm letting them pick some of them, yeah. The big ones I'm letting people vote in a poll on Twitch. Okay. Go. That's the link up there, and then we shall begin. Obviously, I will trim this off on the YouTube video as well. But here we are. Let's do a proper little YouTuber intro. Oh dear. That's not ideal. Let's just close that, or at least stop replying there, because that's in the way. There we go. Cool. Leave that open. Right. Okay, gamers. Let's begin, shall we? I'm really excited. Are you Team Amanda, Team Vin, or both? Romance, Team Amanda. In terms of characters, I like them both. Vin, I do think is pretty good. I don't love him as a romance option, but I do like the scenes with him. So, you know. I like both. Personally, my first playthrough was Team Amanda only. Yeah, same. Alright. Alright. Oh, should have got some food, really, I feel like. I'm a bit peckish. Oh, well. Okay. YouTuber intro, incoming. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final chapter of Life is Strange Double Exposure. Much like the rest of the chapters, we are streaming this live, so there'll be some viewer interaction over from my Twitch. I will obviously read out live chats on both platforms as and when they come up, if they're obviously relevant to what we're talking about. So, we're here for the finale. We just found out that Yasmin is responsible for everything with Safi, with her book deal, etc. And like I said, a twist that I don't think was as amazingly executed as the chapter 2 and 3 twists, but we're still here to see how it all getting caught in my words, how it all turns out in the final chapter. So without any further ado, let's see how it all comes to an end in Chapter 5 of Life is Strange Double Exposure. And to finish off, we're going to go back to the standard outfit. I do like the Freebird one, that is cool, but we're gonna go standard outfit. We're going to finish as we started. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin. Chapter 5, Decoherence. Is that a summation of the plot? Sorry, that was excessive, but you get the point.
It worked.
See, because I figured she'd go back to the point where she took the picture with the gun.
To the night of. But before.
Before the storm, you might say?
The storm's here.
But no, it's here, yeah.
Maybe it's everywhere. And if I'm here, then Safi, the Overlook.
Find her. Not even find Safi. Find her. Let's get there. Come on. We've got to run up the whole Overlook again. Oh, actually, not the whole Overlook. I did skip some of it, which makes sense.
Which Safi will be there?
Hang on, where's the Abraxas pin gone? That's vanished. Oh.
The one that drank
That's not very
champagne
consistent.
with me out of a crappy mug? Or the one who hurt so many people? Even herself.
The owl.
I didn't want any of this. I tried so hard to save her.
But, yeah, very true. Very, very true. Here we go.
Fancy seeing you here.
See, we don't even know what timeline it is now. Which Safi are you?
Which Safi are you? Am I even Safi? After all that?
I do like the storm looks quite similar. Like colour-wise and like the art style.
Shit. You really did.
Wait, now she's holding the gun. She wasn't holding it before, was she?
Weather's worse than I remember it.
Storm followed me.
So did I, apparently.
I've never done that before.
Yeah, bringing someone back through a photo, you've never done that. Apart from yourself. And here you are. The night Safi died with the gun.
It's time.
No. Neither of these, no.
Do you understand what you're asking me to do?
You've already done it, right? At this point, it's just recitation.
Sophia, I'm serious. This is too much.
Stop stalling, Max. You saw what happened. There wasn't any of me left. It was all Moses and Ben and Lucas and Quinn. It hurt so much. I hurt so many people. Help me fix it. Please.
Now, I do want to point out the narrative inconsistency here. Safi was sat on the bench and Max was facing us with the storm behind her.
Feels good. Final.
In the grand scheme of things, it's not that deep, but, you know.
Maybe we are cursed. You, me, and Maya? Or maybe the world is cursed. We just live in it.
Safi, that's
poetry and bullshit? Yeah, I know.
You're so important to me, Safi.
God, you're such a cornball.
That's Max in a nutshell, though, in fairness. Whoa!
Pull the trigger. Okay.
Needs to be a bit more up here to recreate it, up here.
No! No! Fuck this!
Max!
And there it goes.
What are you doing?
I have no idea. Kinda making this up as I go. But I'm not gonna make another impossible choice between two shitty futures.
I do love that idea, but I do slightly fear for what will happen with the storm. Yeah, I do like that. I mean, obviously, you could argue that Max could make the choice. Like, does she repeat the decision or does she refuse to? But I do kind of like that they don't just completely rehash that. Because one thing with Chapter 5 you'll notice is there is some rehashing. 2 moons, for one thing. But there is a bit of a habit of rehashing things here, and I don't think we needed more of that. I think it's a good choice to have Max as a character who's grown and evolved to be like, no, do you know what? I'm not making this choice again. I'm going down this road, but I'm refusing to let it go the same way. I like that. But what are the consequences of breaking the loop? You come from a universe where Safi's dead. You've told her about it and then not done it.
Okay, so looks like I'm not dead.
Unless this is a dream. It was all a dream.
And I'm in the North Quad.
The all
Small
places.
victories, Max.
Why not the South Quad? Why do we never see the South Quad?
So quiet for a storm. Like, oppressively quiet.
Safi? Safi!
It's not just Safi, there's no one there.
I'm not in the past anymore. Safi could be back to the way she was. I have to find her. Mom and Dad? Blackwell Academy? That was forever ago.
And also the same text.
What's wrong with my phone? Why can't I respond?
Can't wait for you to come home this summer. We're sure Blackwell Academy is great and all, but we miss you. It's throwback season, baby. There's loads of things about... Oh, I didn't realize they crossed out things for different characters. Yasmin cancelled the book deal. Gwen was doing her bidding. Yep. There is no other Max. The only person that follows was me. I can't keep lying to myself anymore. I kill Safi, but maybe there's a way to stop this. Is there, though? Is there? Let's have a look. Let's find out, people.
Safi?
Max!
I can hear you. But where?
Where are you? What's going on?
Oh, there's someone over here. But it's not Safi, it's Diamond.
Max, thank God. I walked out of the snapping turtle, and then somehow I was here.
It's gonna be weird to experience this from someone else's point of view. I'm not hallucinating that, right?
You see all this too, don't you? The eye of the storm? I see it. What the fuck is going on?
A good question for another day.
I don't know, but if things are weird now, they're only going to get weirder.
That's not comforting. I wish Moses was here. I hope he's okay.
Come on, let's get inside. This storm is as bad as it looks. Maybe Safi and Moses found shelter.
Max!
I'm right behind you.
Some weird texture effects in the sky there, it looked like for a second, but... Well, let's go into the North Quad. Or Fine Arts Building, sorry. We're on the North Quad. I swear I know the campus by now, I promise. Except, this isn't the Fine Arts Building. Oh, what? Yeah, you can guess this is kind of going a bit mind trippy now.
This definitely isn't the Fab. And Diamond is definitely not here.
But someone else is.
But Moses is?
The blue and red symbolizes both timelines, Noel. Oh, good idea, Noel. Oh, new messages from Kat and Warren. The cat. Hey, Max, you up? Who is this? I don't really have time for this shit. You pet me and feed me, but suddenly I'm chopped liver. By the way, please pick up some chopped liver on your way home. Iris.
Getting blocked by a cat is definitely a low point.
This customer has blocked you.
I'm past the living in a dorm age. I'm past responding to Warren's texts, too.
Yeah, fair. He's a fine character, but he was never the best. Hey, Mad Max, where you hiding? I tried to drop up those rad decap for Days DVDs you let me borrow, but you weren't in your room. It was super cool, like you said. The way that one guy slashed through 5 heads at one time. Yo! Text you back. Max, don't ignore me. Whatever, I'll stop by your dorm whenever you're around. See you, pup. If he ever said pup, that's disgusting. I don't think he ever said that. Warren was a bit of a creep at times, but pup would have been too far. Just would have been. Sorry. Safi's bag. A lantern. The Green Lantern. Telescopes. A lot of telescopes. And Mr. Moses. Mr. Murphy. Hello, sir. What's happening here?
Hey, Moses?
Give me the Cliff Notes version of what we're actually here to see.
Since when do you smoke?
Doing normal people shit like some kind of healthy, productive member of society.
I don't know how
Doors
obvious it is
don't
so
seem
quickly
super
to everyone
reliable
now,
right
but
so I guess it's good you're outside for now.
So, should we be worried about this crazy asteroid hitting Earth?
but the body language as well as the voice lines, I don't know how obvious it is, but this is not Moses. Not Moses' words, not Moses' body language, none of it.
You're not making any sense. Are you trying to tell me something?
Just trying to capture the perfect photo. The perfect photo. The perfect photo.
Hang on. Safi?
There we go.
All right, Max. You have 24 hours before the world ends. What would you do?
Safi, are you in there?
Max! Max, it's me, Moses.
Moses!
All right, Max. You have 24 hours before the world ends. What would you do?
I don't know.
What did you say the last
I
time
guess
that
I'd-
Safi asked that question? Take a picture. Look at the Polaroid. I'm gonna stop making that joke now. It's such a cool camera, though.
Strange. This feels right. But that's just Safi. I haven't double exposed a photo in a while, but if I superimposed two images of Moses on top of each other, maybe I could separate the Safi parts out of Moses.
Which is probably the coolest thing this episode does. I mentioned this in my review. I love the use of double exposure in this. I absolutely love it. Also, nice to see a few of you in the live chat on YouTube as well, folks. Welcome. But yeah, lining up the double exposure shot with Moses, like so, breaks Moses out of the influence of Safi, which is so cool.
Thank you.
It's a great use of the feature.
What happened?
I don't know. It was like Safi had locked me in a kind of, I don't know, a sarcophagus. I was trapped, but still protected somehow. And I could hear Safi. I could hear you. Just outside of it,
And what did she say?
What did she say?
She was hurting, Max. That's all I could tell. Whatever you did snapped me out of it. Or snapped her out of me?
Max? Max, where? I'm sorry,
Safi? Safi?
You okay?
I think I know what I have to do.
Bet. I'm coming with you.
No, stay here. The storm. I've been through something like it before. Reality gets unreliable. Better if you sit tight.
Machine, Angel, Psychic, Storm?
He said the thing! I still don't know what that is, but... Nerd thing.
care, Max.
I can understand that.
See you on the, flip side.
Catch you on the flip-flop. Sorry, sometimes I say things and I go, why did I say that? That wasn't cool. But... the blue butterfly.
Closes.
A window opens. Or something like that.
A window opens.
And when did Max last say that? But in a certain academy.
Where?
Woohoo! Woohoo!
This isn't Caledon. This is Blackwell Academy. Chloe was shot here. I listened to it happen.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing?
Chloe!
Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me.
This is such an interesting take on this, seeing Max with Safi. Like the exact same lines as Nathan and Chloe. But I just remember Deck 9 being like, you could play this without playing the first game. And there's no way you could. There's no way at all. This would make no sense to you. In the final episode, you couldn't be like, play this without playing the first one. No.
Sophie's right. Maybe we are cursed. Cursed to relive our worst moments over and over again.
Nathan Max is really funny. Yeah, Hannah Telsworth does a really good job of portraying other characters playing her, if that makes sense. Safi Max, Nathan Max. She like portrays them differently.
And dozens of people died instead. To my Storm. Well, joke's on you, Storm. If you don't think I play out this moment in my head every day, then you don't really know me.
If you don't know me by now,
Where is that coming from?
you will never, ever, ever know me. So now I'm gonna kick open some bathroom doors. Is that the hot dog man noise from the tree? Close here. Thanks. I was actually gonna close the toilet door by the bottom of it. That's actually what I was thinking of doing. It must be hard to do, I guess, for like whatever the engine or layout, whatever it is for this game. But I would have loved if there weren't any black screens in between some of these transitions. It would make it feel far more trippy. Or even do what they did in the flashback in the last episode of the first season. There are a lot of Neb dolls there, where like there's that segment where Max keeps going down the dorm hallway, and every time she goes through the right door, she changes into a different character. Like have her go through and then have it morph in front of you. Have her kick through the door, and all of a sudden the background changes from being in Blackwell to just whoosh,
Lucas,
bowling alley.
I have to get down there.
Do you care about Lucas? I didn't think you would have done. What are you looking for? A Neb doll. We can go out here, and there's a lot of Neb dolls out here.
One Neb is cute. Kinda. One. Kinda. This is not that.
Let's give him a squeeze. Squeezies. I want them all of them.
Behold, a devil.
Jesus. Possessed dolls much?
It raises the question of how much of this is Safi like consciously controlling things and how much is accidental. But we can't get down the stairs. They're blocked just like in the first chapter. I do love when things come full circle. So perhaps going into another timeline will fix it. Go fuck yourselfie! Everyone's favorite line from Victoria Chase and the Red Binders, which, by the way, horrific.
Jefferson's sick photos. One binder for each girl.
It would have been even worse if they actually put the names on the binders. Slightly weird they didn't do that. It's Jefferson's darkroom door. Again, more and more you kind of get to the point where you're like, why was this? You know, why was...
The door of Jefferson's bunker. I could never forget it.
Like, why did they say you didn't have to play the first game? Like, that just is objectively false. Oh.
It can't be anything but that. I can't.
This would mean nothing to you if you haven't played it. Like, at all.
I was 18 when Jefferson trapped me in that chair. I'm not 18 anymore. So this is what it's gonna take.
Examining it, and suddenly, bam, she's in the chair.
Oh God.
Nightmares are strange. A bit like life. Now, this was uncomfortable, to be fair. But you don't see Jefferson. Instead, it's Neb with red eyes talking to you. Oh, it's Lucas's voice.
I still hate that word. But I'm...
Oh, that cuts his line off? Oh, why? But it's the exact same words. It's another case of them using dialogue from Life is Strange 1. but like having someone else do the audio. It's weird that they, like, maybe there's some reason they can't use the archival audio, but that doesn't make sense to me because Square Enix owns the IP and therefore all the games within it. So why would they not be able to? You know? Anyway, we broken out.
No.
I'm waking up.
Never again. Once is all you get.
And there's the ladder. Let's go and save Lucas, although I don't know why we're so concerned about saving him. Literally just went out of our way to destroy his career, rightfully so. And yet now it's like, I guess I'll go save him from this nightmare. It'd be interesting if they gave you the choice to just not save him. Kind of like in Season 1 with Jefferson, like, would you just, like, push David to kill him? Or not? Would have been interesting to have a bit more agency there. Like, does Lucas deserve to be saved? Okay, where is Lucas? Oh, yeah, we need to shift timelines. Where? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, where is the timeline shifting point? All this part is missing is a Beans reference. Yeah. There's Lucas. But
a forgotten hope. Like a crack of light across.
Didn't realize this first time around. Loretta is just chilling here.
Loretta, you okay?
I was following Professor Colmenero. I thought there was a story, but I'm so stupid.
Hey,
I'm glad you're saying it. I wouldn't say it,
but just stay here, okay?
Wait, Miss Caulfield. Please don't go.
Oh, come on, Loretta, get a clue.
What's happening?
That's the name of her podcast, in case you hadn't caught on to that. I'll explain later. Not everything needs to be told to you.
I can explain everything to you when this is over.
You promise?
I promise.
Mr. Colmenero, can we have a bit of a chat, good sir?
We gaze at each other in the windowless box.
Oh, great, my controller's dead.
It is flight.
That's helpful. Can you get this off the screen, please, Xbox?
Never forgive.
Oh, my days. I love consoles. I have to shove it in my face.
It's me.
There we go.
It's Max.
But there are no bells, doors, or windows. Only his face. A mirror.
I assume that's part of Safi's poetry, right? I'm guessing.
And I feel a forgotten hope.
Well, snap, you're going in my cringe compilation.
Smile, Lucas. Maybe double exposing the photo again? It worked with Moses.
Yes, it did. Shebang. I'm not actually sure if you have to line it up. I might try not lining them up at all and see if it works.
It's really you.
In the flesh.
I thought I was dreaming. Sophie was there. What the shit is this place?
A magical place.
Stay put, okay? It's dangerous out there.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. And now someone else is there. Is that Reggie?
I think that's all I can...
Miss Caulfield? Is that you?
Everyone's just in this section.
I'm so glad you're okay.
Does Reggie ever wear the beanie until this point?
Max, what the hell is happening?
I'm not sure. It has to do with time. A time vortex that manifests in a storm. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean either.
Fuck, you're right. I remember Sophie being shot, and I remember seeing her around campus.
Oh. He's got two different memories.
Just stay here, okay? I'm going to fix this.
Ooh, he's remembering both timelines.
This is Sophie. Isn't it? This is her pain. What we did to her.
Vin, I don't think Sophie blames you for...
No. You're right. She doesn't. She was in my head back there, and she doesn't think about me at all. 2 Sophies in 2 universes, and neither of them cared if I live or die.
I think that's being a bit extreme, because you never died to find out whether she cared or not.
You know, I was in love with her.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious.
Or I thought I was.
Maybe you should focus on what's in front of you.
Yeah. I should go make sure Reggie's okay.
He looks like he could use a hug.
Or something.
Don't get too frisky inside a nightmare timeline, Vinny. You don't know what could happen.
Trust me.
I do. I do trust you. Be careful, Max.
Sounds very much as though they might be, you know, maybe it's not a one-way thing. Let's leave the bowling alley and see what's next. What's next on our magical mystery tour of nightmares?
Out of the frying pan and into the turtle, I guess.
Ah, that age-old saying, out of the frying pan, into the turtle.
Thank God. Are you okay?
I don't know. Weird shit at the turtle is someone flipping the paintings or the bathroom key going missing, not this.
Oh, it's Gwen. Cool jacket. And still using the same bottles as well from the first game.
Max.
Pretty much every bottle is that bottle, which I think is kind of cool.
Why is Gwen out there? And why are you not also freaking out?
Look. Go get yourself some water or a beer. And I promise I'll explain soon. Or try to. I don't think Gwen entirely knows she's outside.
Where does she think she is?
Find a way to get
Mexico?
close enough to take Gwen's photo.
Puerto Lobos? Life is Strange 2 reference? What? Can we get out to her from here? We could, but there's no one out there.
Thought I'd be used to this.
One of the motels that she stayed in with Chloe.
The motel is new.
Is it? I figured it was just one of the ones she stayed in with Chloe.
Chloe's lockpicking set. She could even get me to open up.
Hello, sailor.
Pam, it was you? You're the Coronado
Duffel
Carver?
bag. The alarm clock is one of the most interesting things because it says ex-girlfriend is the time. Which, damn, it's a bit mean. There's also a book.
Chloe and I aren't enemies. She just doesn't want to talk to me anymore.
Very similar shot to the first game, Chloe and Max in her truck. Let's see what happens if we try to leave. It says no escape on the door.
Don't worry, Safi. I'm coming. Is this the same room?
Or not. Maybe you're not coming, Max.
No.
Maybe you're stuck in this motel.
This is where I stayed in Santa Fe. Chloe used to tell people my abandoned spaces photo shoots were just an excuse to be alone with her. She wasn't wrong.
The clock. The clock is made of cardboard. Reality's collapsing. What about the book now?
Lose my number. Trust me, Chloe. I've tried.
You better not lose her number, Max. Still says no escape
Just
on
so
there.
you know, the more you say no escape, the more I'm going to try.
Rightfully so. This also, I've mentioned this before in the review, like when I said there were a few points where it would have been great for Chloe to show up. This would have been a great point for Chloe to show up. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. She's not coming. I don't want anyone thinking that's what's happening. Sadly, it isn't.
Hang on. Okay, wait.
And now, a lot more things are 2D. The hot plate's 2D.
This is...
The TV is
Pretty
2D.
sure this is that motel in Cleveland.
The lockpick is
Never
2D.
did get used to sleeping alone.
The bag isn't 2D. Nor is the tripod. But the lamp is. The clock. The book isn't 2D. What does the book say now?
Problem is, Simon, I haven't just been remembering the past. I've been living in it. Even in my dreams.
Probably hard to do if you're, you know, always looking back in timelines.
Alright, Cleveland. After this shoot, I'm gonna nap till June. Maybe September.
Life is Strange song reference? Now this, I love the colour scheme here, the black and white, kind of like noir film angle. It's just pretty cool. This is some Alan Wake type shit. Is it really? Maybe one day I will play some Alan Wake.
Tired.
Properly. And we can't leave now. The only thing we can interact with is the bed.
Maybe
just
if
lies
I
down
lay
and dies.
For a few minutes, all of these rooms will stop spinning.
Trust me, Max, lying down in bed can make you feel great. That could be taken in very different ways. Do with it as you will.
Nice to rest. I wish I didn't have to get up for that shoot. Who was the client again? Or the location? That's the problem with moving around so much. All these rooms really do start to
Hellion in the Twitch chat, as Max once famously said in Chapter 3, in my bed. Yep. I want someone to say that to me. Unironically, I want someone to, like that line, I'm going to be honest, that line would probably work on me. If you said it like that, that would be putty in your hands. I'm not going to lie. That line just lives in my head rent-free as it is. Someone says that in person, I'm done for. I am done for. Oh my god. I just kind of like this kind of noir just vibe to this bit. I'm not sure it entirely makes sense, but it's cool. It's cool. No. No. Me when I have to think about Payday 3. Oh no.
There was Sophie. This isn't right.
I'm folding like some freshly washed laundry. Real, Lillian. Real. These shots are so artsy. Even the bag is in the wall now. Ex-girlfriend.
Fuck.
Sums it up.
How do I get out of here if I can't even... How do I get out of here if I can't even open this
They
door?
could have done with different lines there, because it triggers it automatically and then you have to also look at the door to smash it in. Or at least push it. You can't open the door, Max. But you do have Dr. Martin's Cherry Red 1470.
Out!
Oh. I forgot she actually pushed it. It'd be great if the door was just on the floor, but I don't think... Oh, it just saw it disappear, bruh.
Travel to Purgatory and back.
I'm back.
Oh.
Jesus, Max. Warner Girl first.
Which one?
You disappeared and I don't know where you went.
I'm okay. And I promise I'll explain everything. Later.
That's all she ever says. I feel so bad for Amanda. She never actually gets the proper gist of what's happening with Max. It's always just, I'll tell you later. And she's like, alright, sure, okay. Later? Yeah, okay, fine. It's like you always say that, Maximus. Hello, Gwen. Can we just take a snap? Yeah, look at that. It's like at this point, you just want to take the snapshot. Let's try and take one where she's completely separate and see if it works.
It's almost over.
So, double exposure. Boom. Is it going to work? Oh, it does. I thought you had to line it up at least a little bit, but I guess not.
Max! Oh. Thank you. The tender newborn. They were all... Sophie. They called me a fraud. A coward.
It's okay. I got you.
Amanda, you and Gwen stay here and take shelter.
Wait, what are you gonna do?
Sophie's out there. Somewhere close. I can feel her. And she needs me. I need her.
Be safe, yeah?
When am I not?
you want me to get a list out?
Why do I always gotta fall for the weird ones?
I love the amount of times that Amanda says things like that, like, oh, I'm always going for the wrong girls, I'm always falling for the wrong people, I'm always going for the unavailable women. I just love how self-aware she is, honestly. Oh, back on the quad. In the club. Still not seen Megalopolis, that's the only line I've heard. Go to the club. That was such a weird film, by the way. I was so intrigued by that from the trailer, but everything I heard about it, I was like, oh yeah, I don't need to watch this. But I did see that one little scene.
You're so huggy.
I think Gwen does too. Her first scene, she says she's a hugger, but I don't think she ever hugs Max again. Are you yourself?
Did I do it? Are you you again?
As much as I ever was. Thank you, Max.
Don't thank me yet. We still have to find a way out of this place. Or this time.
She just sitting there having a smoke.
Hey, I'm taking a minute. All of that
was pretty fucked up. Yeah.
Who needs all the king's horses and all the king's men? I've got you to put me back together again.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
You know, I was pretty cool. I accept fun and gratitude.
Consider yourself fond.
And this is what I meant as well about the sudden black screen transitions. They're a bit odd in this bit.
So, any chance of everybody just forgetting I tried to rip out their soul?
Oh, I haven't erased history. Also, the music sounds
I'd
screwed
erased
right now.
timelines before, but this time I think I assimilated them. Sorry.
Oh, you just assimilated the timelines.
Yeah, nothing major. Tuesday night activity.
Yeah. At least that's what it feels like.
Then where is everyone?
Time travel, alternate universes, scraping together the broken pieces of your unstable friends.
That's Life is Strange, baby.
What else can you do?
I can cook a mean spag bol. Actually, to be fair, make you breakfast.
I can fry a mean egg.
Promises, promises. What?
You just seem
calm?
Extremely chill? Considering we're still stuck in a supernatural time storm.
It's the little things in life. Frappuccinos, movie marathons, chilling with your bestie in the void.
Again, these sudden cut-offs. Strange.
Here's the thing. I'm glad you were here too. You know. But I just tore everybody apart into tiny little pieces.
I mean, she didn't mean to. That is true.
You didn't mean to.
Are you sure? I didn't not mean to. Maya isn't any less dead. Everybody I cared about still betrayed me. My mom will never be different. I think the best thing would be clean break. I don't belong here.
Don't say that. Of course you do.
After your hometown got whirlwinded, what did you do?
Probably cry for a few years.
I ran away.
Yeah, but she destroyed the town. Well, technically.
You're not like me, Sophie. You're way stronger than I ever was.
maybe?
Don't say that about yourself.
But I don't know.
You have it wrong. People like you and me, we don't belong at some B-tier liberal arts university with a bunch of washed-up bloggers ready to knife each other for tenure. We're fucking divine.
Come on.
I'm serious. The shit that we can do, gods can do that stuff. Or monsters.
You're not a monster.
You can say whatever you want about the choices you made, but you aren't a monster. You're my friend.
I hurt people.
And I fixed it. We can fix it. Together.
Of course. Duh. That's why you're so confident. It figures the only person I can rely on is me.
Sophie, I don't...
Last piece of me, Max. It's in you.
Yep. That's why they're not out of it. There's still a bit of Safi inside Max.
Why isn't it hurting me like it hurt everyone else?
Maybe I trust you. Maybe it's more of your Magic Max bullshit.
I'd buy that, honestly. Just put it down to supernatural powers. There are a few moments where you wonder if there's something between these two. I know someone said it in the YouTube chat. It is a little weird, yeah. Let's go back to the normal timeline.
It's a little weird. But what's some weirdness between friends?
We should though, right? That's how we get out of here?
Yep.
If I had to put money on it, yeah.
It's probably for the best. We don't want you to get an infection or anything.
History will say these two are roommates. They will, Elliot. It will, you know. Yeah.
See you on the other side.
Selfie! Go. Why don't you go fuck your selfie? Whoa. That is a cool effect on the picture. I wonder if she's got the other ones physically printed out. She must do, right? And they're back on the Overlook.
Sophia. Oh my god. Yasmin!
So she's just been there all night, bleeding out.
Everything is gonna be okay. Don't worry. Do you think you can get up? Can you...
Sophie, help me!
Again, Yasmin meant to be the big bad. Doesn't really feel like it throughout this chapter, you know?
Clean break. Remember?
Maxine, don't let her go.
It's okay.
It's okay, you just sit there and bleed out even more. I'll go talk to your daughter. You do belong here. The mother line will not work.
You do have a place here. People need you. I need you, Sophie.
Sophie?
I don't know her. I can be anyone, Max. I can be a cute girl at the bar.
Literally told you not to do that.
I can even be...
I wish there'd been a line to add in there to say that I asked you not to. That
Sophie,
smile
stop
is
it.
devious.
It's real? I wasn't hallucinating?
Just like, yeah, just let it go, Yasmin.
What are you? And what did you do with my daughter?
You can make her forget she saw that, right? Better yet, you could make me unshoot her. You have an instant undo button on life, Max. Why not use it?
Because she doesn't even think it doesn't even work anymore.
I'm not your magical toy you can wind up to fix all your problems. You saw how bad things can go.
You're right. I've got a lot to learn. So teach me, Miss Caulfield.
What?
You said we could fix everything. Together.
Safi. I can't. I have my life. Everybody.
I'm going to find other people like us. People with powers. I spent my whole life thinking I was the only one. Knowing I could never tell anyone because they would look at me like that.
See, it's a great performance, but this is a very quick 180 to a villain here. I'm going to assemble superpowered people and be divine.
Time traveler and a shapeshifter. Imagine what we could do. And who cares if I'm a silly little girl whose mom needs to show her how the world works? Because now, it works however I want it to. Stay here. Keep your job, your life, whatever irresistible glory Caledon can offer you. But I have to know. When I come back, are you going to stay with me, Max? Are we in this together? Or is everything you said in the storm just words?
Right. So, Noelle, you know what to do here. I really did hope that playing this again on stream would change my opinion of it. Unfortunately, it just hasn't. It's just... Need I remind you that the first game, the big choice was, do you sacrifice a town or sacrifice your best friend? The big choice here is, so Safi's now suddenly the big bad guy. She wants to assemble people with powers and rule over everything and be this big, you know, like all-powerful being. And the question is, so you stay and do exactly the same thing you would no matter what happens, but when I come back, are you going to be with me or against me? Just being blunt and being real as someone who fucking loves these games, that is easily the worst final choice I've ever seen in one of these games. Because it just, as you'll see, there's no consequence. Maybe like the odd line changes, but I don't feel, like when I first played this, I agreed. And I'll be honest now, I would absolutely disagree. I don't like what they're going with their character. I feel like when I first played it, I didn't fully take in what was happening because I felt like it was such a 180 so quickly. It just, and this is what I meant, I just feel like this almost feels like a different game in the last 2 chapters. Like, there's good stuff, there's great character moments, some really cool scenes, but narrative-wise, it just feels like it goes off a cliff, and I don't really know where it's, how I'm meant to feel, where it's meant to go. It's just not an enticing offer, and I'm glad to see that the majority of you agree with me. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're refusing. It's not in Max's character at all to now suddenly want to use her power for like some big evil exploitation.
So glad you're okay, Safi. And I'm happy you don't feel alone anymore, but I know what happens when you just use your powers without thinking. They're not a get out of jail free card.
No, they're not.
Okay, Max Caulfield.
Be seeing you.
Now that would terrify me, the idea that she could go somewhere else as me and do something else that I wouldn't do. Gonna tell my kids this was Professor X and Magneto. Bruh. Come on, Elliot. Yeah, that choice just doesn't do it for me. Yasmin's supposed to be the villain, and you don't really get much with her, and then Safi just decides she's going to suddenly go off on her own, and... Like, I understand her wanting a clean break, that makes sense, but something like I'm going to round up the superpowered people... It just doesn't land. It just doesn't land. When I played it, I agreed, but in my mind it was like an, oh shit, I want you to still like me right now, but I'm secretly going to be coming up with a plan to make you not crazy, hopefully. That makes sense, Embers, yeah. do love this song. Same song they used in the very first scene of the first chapter. The cat! Oh, I haven't seen this now. Here we go. The conclusion of the cat story. Here we go. Hey Max, Loretta said she just got to the North Quad. Thanks again for doing this. Oh, here we go. There's Loretta. Loretta. I've got to stop doing that.
I'm glad Jackie texted me a reminder this morning. With everything that happened, I'd completely forgotten about the hostage exchange.
The ice again?
Hey.
Really? Not the
Oh,
ice
this is a
cracking
guess.
again.
Not a hostage.
You know that's not their name, right?
Let me live in delusion a little longer.
Hey, don't let them go.
I know their tricks.
What is it with the ice cracking
Good birds,
noises?
aren't
Why does it keep doing that? Aww.
Ellerton House will be gloomier without you. I wish you well on all your cat endeavors. Thanks for doing this. I'm glad I posted those photos online. I hope Jackie will forgive me for keeping her cat for a few days.
Knowing her next piece will be an ode to Max Caulfield. This cat is her whole life.
What is with the ice
I'm seeing her
cracking?
this afternoon for coffee. My first time spending time with someone since...
Bye, Iris.
Are we just not going to talk about anything, Loretta? No? Okay, bye. Bye. Oh, now she's just stood over there. Oh. Moses, so far so good. By the way, everyone's here at the turtle now. You sure you want to do this? Yeah. What is this? Well, we'll find out. Mum and Dad, sorry for all text concern. Figure things are still down your area. You have a phone access right now. Sorry, you guys. It's been a long, weird week. I'm okay. I promise to call you later when things are settled. And
She knows
here
me
we
better
are.
than anyone. Knew me better than anyone. The me now, though, after all this, maybe it's time I found out who that Max is.
Yo, Max, I get it if I'm the last person you wants to hear from. Saw on the news about the storm and I hope you're alright. Damn.
No more lies. No more hiding.
Okay.
They're all waiting for me at the Snapping Turtle.
Time to go there. But I'm going to do a very quick pause to go for another toilet break. 'Cause for some reason I need to go again. So YouTube obviously will cut ahead now. And Twitch people, I'll be back in just one moment. Sorry. Not the go piss girl in the line in the chat, Embers. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue. We'll do a quick little jump ahead. And boom. Alright, let's go talk to Loretta, because I want to see if she has anything else to say about the storm. It's quite clear they kind of like had the Ultimate Edition stuff, and then now she has to be here for the base game conversation. Even though really she probably wouldn't be here.
Hi again. How are you doing?
Oh, at least she says hi again.
Still alive, I guess. Thanks, by the way, for what you did at the Nebula. I froze up.
Not unlike Nebula itself.
Hey,
Payday 3 reference.
You were overwhelmed. Most people aren't prepared for reality to break like that.
So, do you also remember that there were like 2 of you? And now they're fighting for space in your head?
Well, it didn't work the same way for me. But that's because... Wait, are you asking on the record?
This isn't for my podcast, I swear. I'm putting that on pause for now.
Good.
I'm glad. There's always time for clout chasing next semester.
Damn, Miss Caulfield. Harsh. But fair.
Yeah, extremely fair. Very harsh,
Take
but
care
very
of yourself,
fair.
okay? We've all had it rough.
Right back at you.
Okay. Oh, and there's the cat. Iris.
Can't believe how much I'm going to miss little Iris.
Aw. Well. Let's go to the snapping turtle. Let's go find out. Let's face the music. Although I do see a certain Mr. Colmenero chilling on the statue. Let's see what he's got to say for himself. That tyrant.
Working on your new book? Maybe you should switch to science fiction.
He does not look impressed.
Real fucking funny. I just had some kind of psychological breakdown and you're laughing.
3 people are dead and you're laughing.
I don't really know how to explain what happened. But you should think of it as a second chance.
My life's fucking trash now. No thanks to you and Sophie. You're toxic, Max. I can't surround myself with that kind of energy.
You brought it on yourself.
Maybe I'll write my own book about this whole mess. My side of the story.
Yeah, I'm glad that we feel the same on that, Max.
Well,
fucking idiot.
Goodbye, Lucas. Good luck.
No, bad luck.
Go fuck yourself, Max.
At least an arsehole right to the end. Bruh. Well, let's go to the turtle. Oh, there's one more thing. Hey, remember the person who's meant to be the bad guy?
I haven't heard from her since the day she came out of surgery. Hello?
Hello, Maxine.
How's your shoulder? How's your mental health? Shoulder, I guess?
How's your shoulder?
The bullet missed any major veins, but it will be months of physical therapy before I can use my arm.
You'll live.
Yasmin, what you saw during the storm...
I don't need an explanation. Not yet. If I try to understand, then there will be no room for my recovery. And I will recover. I have to find Safia.
Good luck with that.
Any news about your job? I heard the board,
I have been arguing with them. I made my mistakes, but these are offset by an excellent track record.
And did the board buy that?
They did not, no. I have been asked, forced to step down. I love my daughter, Maxine, just like you. I am not a monster.
I haven't heard from Sophie, if that's what you're trying to ask.
Oh. I had hoped. well past the appointed time to take my painkillers.
I can buy that, like, you know, she's a mother who
Until
cares
next
for her
time.
kid, even though she's done it in a very bad and manipulative and toxic way. But again, I just don't, as villains go, I don't buy it at all. It's just very bleh. You're a bit of a monster? What do you mean a bit of a monster? What the
There
hell,
goes
Embers?
nothing.
Oh, you mean Yasmin? I was like, damn, that felt a bit personal. Time to go to the turtle that snaps. And snap some turtles. Hopefully we won't do that. Turtles are cool. They don't deserve to be snapped. Or anything. Time to face the music.
Well,
Not a peep.
guess I'm not surprised. Would you come looking for us if you were her?
Safi's, I think, if her writing alone in the last couple of chapters says anything, she's very unpredictable.
But it's not me. It's Safi. Does anyone ever know what she'll do next? Does she?
Maybe we should go easy on her. Wait for her to pick up the pieces.
Well, Vin and Reggie are together.
In the meantime,
Take your time. I'll be here when you're done.
Just talk to him now instead, anyway. Alright.
I want to check on how everyone's doing first.
If anyone has split the storm last week, please let your girl know, because that was wild. Is anyone else really fucked up from that storm? 'Cause my brain is not operating right, and I'm not sure what to tell someone I just became really close to. Ooh. Schrodinger opening that box and finding his cat miraculously alive.
You're the one who's been texting me for days.
Well, you're the only person who was there. Who else am I gonna text?
Hey, Max. Our Lady of the Storm.
wow, let's not do that. How are you guys holding up?
Oh, my whole world has been rocked. You rocked my world.
Oh, that was way too flirty of a line.
I remember a bunch of things happening that I plan to repress until I have a spectacular nervous breakdown at age 40.
Try therapy!
Honestly, you might want to try therapy.
Therapy! My dad will love that.
For now, I just want to get through this election.
Oh, right. The Abraxas election. So you're not stepping down?
I'd ask how you know that. But at this point, Caulfield, if you grew another head, I wouldn't even blink.
I wonder how you can get him to
Get
step
right
down,
on
because he can step down. I suppose maybe if you have Safi turn into Vin? Possibly? I don't know. You can take photos of everyone as well, though.
Do you guys mind if I take a picture?
Hell yes. Put us in the next Caulfield collection.
Survivors of the Storm.
They're kind of a cute couple, honestly.
Oh, they are cute. They are cute. Starting to believe no law of physics, known or unknown can keep these two apart. Don't tell me you've gone all mushy on me, Caulfield. No, it's cool, Letter. I want to see us happy. Are we happy? I am, and I know you'll come around a little bit. Aww. What about you,
Max.
Diamond? I like that I have to talk
Sorry,
to everyone, but she just walks up to me here.
You're gonna explain what happened, right?
Hey. Me okay?
What do you think it all means? Why you? Or Safi?
Still trying to figure that out.
I'm still trying to understand. I didn't know anyone else had powers until I met Safi.
You could do it meeting Daniel Diaz and
That
Alex
must have
Chen.
been a revelation.
You have no idea.
Life really is strange sometimes.
How are we supposed to walk around knowing something like that could happen?
With your legs. Quite useful.
You already handle that. Every day. Anything could happen at any moment. You could be hit by a car. Struck by lightning.
What a cheery thing to say.
Is this your pep talk?
It's not a good one, is it? Whoops. Oh, new post from Colmenero. Much has been written about the proverbial calm before the storm, yet what of the calm that follows? Coming to terms with the enormity of existential dread, one you survived and are left to pick up the pieces of your life. Yet like Prospero, the tempest sends me out into the unknown. Nice before the storm reference. The mystery is the point, I suppose. Hope I'm brave enough to face whatever may come head on. To that end, I am working on a statement that addresses the claims made about me at the recent Krampus on Campus event. Please extend your grace to me and all of us as I choose the right words. This user has turned off comments on the post. Bruh. What a prick. Amanda!
So you're Super Max. Guess your secret identity's gone, huh?
I wanted to tell you.
But you couldn't. Just like with the Maya thing. Any more secrets, or do I finally get to know you now?
I'm an alien from outer space. There's more? What else?
I don't know. This isn't my first time seeing a storm like this. It's not super easy to explain.
It is pretty insane.
Slightly, yeah. A little bit.
You know, I remember rejecting you. And then you just found a version of me that still wanted you. A pretty cool trick. But kind of fucked up.
Very. I'm glad they at least say it.
Where does that leave us? I'd understand if this changes things.
I don't know if I can answer that right now.
My answer would be, yes, it changes things. No.
All of this scares the shit out of me, honestly. If it weren't you, I don't know how down I would be to play Lois Lane. But it is you. And I like you.
She's so damn bad for Max. My goodness.
I think I need time to sort out my shit. Give me a little. And then who knows? Maybe you can win me back.
I mean, yeah, because it is very screwed up what Max did. I mean, you could twist it to be like, alright, Barney. You could twist it to be like, oh, well, it's just her showing how much she cares for you that, you know, the next time she got a chance to be with someone who didn't reject her, that was the same person, she leapt on it, but still, the ickiness wins out for me. It's just, yeah, it's rough. Anyway.
One more photo for the road?
Sure. You keep at this, I'm gonna have to start charging a modeling fee.
Ha ha.
Oh, she doesn't look particularly happy. Ooh, yikes. Don't think I'll ever get tired of this face. Is there anything else you want to tell us, Amanda? If I'd love it all as hell, that's what the sibling group chat is for, not crosstalk. Actually, I didn't get a photo of Diamond. Where did Diamond go? She's next to Moses. Can I get a photo of her?
That
yeah.
storm. Hey, Diamond. I'd like to get a photo for the end of the year.
It is weird they keep saying the end of the year, by the way. Like, the school year doesn't end in December. Or does it? Am I missing something about American universities?
I was hoping she'd be a little more enthused, but...
Yeah, nothing major. So much going on behind that faint smile, I only wish I knew what. If you find out, let us know. Me and Vonnie have been trying to figure that smile out since we were kids, no doubt plotting something against Abraxas' leadership. I don't know, Max, maybe it's time, okay, to not know everything, let a smile be a smile. Damn.
Do you blame Safi for what happened?
Alright, sheesh. Can I get a photo
I just
of
want
Moses?
to know she's okay.
Yeah.
What do you say to a picture? For old time's sake?
Moses has hypothermia.
Aww.
And now,
crippling anxiety.
Oh, that's real. Oh, that's very real.
Never have enough shots of Moses.
He looks so out of it. Oh, whoops. Asking Moses to act natural seems to result in the exact opposite. More research needed. I'll get started on the grand proposal right away. He's been that way since we were little. You say you don't look at the camera, and guess what he did?
Everything's changing so fast.
And we finish with Gwen.
Some weather we're having, am I right?
Hope that wasn't the grand explanation you promised us.
Hey, isn't eloquence your job? I just take the photos.
I felt how much she hated me, Max. It was terrifying. And disappointing.
It's all because of Yasmin. I mean, it is, even if I don't
Yasmin
buy it.
played
But...
everyone against each other, Gwen. She used you.
I don't think I've ever felt like such a mark.
It's in the past now.
I hope so. Oh, one more thing. That video footage of me, that was Safi, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck. That girl never does anything halfway. Neither do you, now that I think about it. Anyway, I talked to the committee that fired me. There's enough weird shit that's happened. I think I can argue my way back in. I failed Safi. But there's other students here I can still support. I won't just let it go.
Good.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Gwen doesn't actually have to be in this scene at the end. If you don't get that USB, that probably is the choice with the most consequences, ironically.
Everyone. Okay, Moses. Let's give them the talk.
Man, we'll photo of Gwen
Mind
first.
if I take a snapshot to remember you by?
She's not going anywhere.
Whatever you want. This could be your last chance to take my photo. Make it count.
Says who? At what point have we said this is the last chance that she's got? Aside from obviously in the game. Oh, well, look at her. Badass. Badass. It wasn't until I met Gwen that I learned what a bad bitch truly was. Bruh. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Mr. Moses, let's have
a
chat.
If something happened in the storm, I mean, if you want to talk about anything.
I'm fine, alright? Jesus. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap.
Sorry to interrupt. I just, we're at the end of the game, so.
Everyone's pretty shell-shocked.
No wonder.
Yep.
How about you? Still excited to have double memories?
I wonder how that would feel in your head.
You're the only one. Seriously? Come on. It's fascinating.
I would be quite fascinated by it. I'd be creeped out, but I
Well,
would be fascinated.
I feel better knowing you stood up to Safi. She cares what you think. Maybe it'll make a difference.
Maybe. Well, it's not over.
I don't think it's over. At least she knows I'll be hanging around if she tries anything bad.
And me. I'll be ready next time.
Hey. We're a team, right?
The music.
I'll handle it with you.
What might
No
be
more hiding or running away.
my favorite song of the year. I adore this. Written for
What
this
about
game.
the blue hair girl, Chloe? Are you ready to stop hiding from her?
It's finally starting to make sense.
I think so. Not yet, but
I never knew what to say.
I really hope that means we see her. I really hope that means we see her again. But more on that later.
Starting to make
I love this song. Never listened probably to Chloe Moriondo before, but I absolutely adore this song. So gorgeous.
To have you on my side, I feel fine some days.
I just wanna get it right. I think it's time I explained a few things.
That I won't have to try sometimes.
It won't always make sense. And I'm not proud of every decision I made. But
you don't walk away like the rest do. And suddenly I have so much more I could tell.
it's the truth. What's coming next is going to be difficult. For all of us.
On my side,
But we're going to get through it together. I promise.
I just wanna get it right. And I know that I won't have to try.
This time, I'm not going anywhere.
Damn right. Damn right. And there we have it. That is the ending of Life is Strange Double Exposure. Man, it's crazy to think that it's been like 3 years since the last one. I remember streaming all these then. And here we are with another one that's over. It's insane. It's genuinely insane. Can I leave this on sped up mode? No, I can't. Oh, man. Okay, so. Thoughts. Without spoiling anything, there is an end credit scene. So, let's put this down a little bit. There is an end credit scene. So there's only so much I can say at this point, because there's a little bit more I do want to say. However, thoughts on the game before that. As I've said, I think my opinions stay the same for these last 2 chapters compared to before playing it here to playing it here again. I think the strongest points of these last 2 chapters are those character moments, those the beats with people like Moses, with Amanda, with even some of Safi's stuff. I think the game really suffers from pitching you a particular story. Safi's killed, the killer's going to strike again in 2 timelines. Who's done it? That storyline is a fantastic idea, but it isn't what you get. Within the first 2 chapters, it starts to gravitate away from that dramatically. And I said this in my review, I don't mind stories having misdirects if the misdirect is good and is worth keeping hidden. Also love this song. But I don't think the story they kept hidden was better in comparison. And that's my biggest problem with this game. It is the strength of the narrative, and it's a shame because these games live and die on their narrative. But everything else about this game, whether it's the visuals, the audio, obviously some bugs like the ice and stuff, but the visual and audio presentation, the facial animations, the character performances, the environments, the settings, the lighting, it's gorgeous. Through and through. It's absolutely fantastic. Oh, God. Stuff's stuck in my throat. Everything about this game beyond that is genuinely fantastic. My only issues come in, and this cast, all of them fantastic. Really great performances, genuinely across the board. But I just don't think, personally, that the way the narrative goes, especially towards the end, makes any sense to me. And there's Chloe Price, Rihanna DeVries, very briefly. So weird. And again, the only other thing is just the way they handled Life is Strange 1. This is an issue. Why I've got a Sharpie in my hand, I don't know. This is an issue that has been talked about a lot. Like, a lot recently. Especially when the first 2 chapters came out. And I do kind of get the impression they just kind of want to pretend Chloe doesn't exist in some ways, because they say they're gonna like respect both endings of the game. Do I think they did that? I don't really know. I don't really know if I feel like it was fully respected. It was respected in the sense that they gave you the option to talk about them, but you don't get much time with them, and the game doesn't really change much beyond that. And I wouldn't expect it to have a full over change, because like it's not Detroit Become Human. But, and even that really still followed a linear path, even if like consequences changed, which they did, granted. But I feel as though it was very surface level. Chloe was there because they knew she kind of had to be briefly, but they didn't have her face appear at any point, bar the photo, I guess. They didn't even have like archival audio used, especially in those first 2 chapters where you get little bits of audio from the first game, but they're re-recorded, they're not archival, which is just so bizarre to me. Not just not using the audio, but making them re-recorded, but also make Rihanna DeVries do the voices, which, if you need an update, Rihanna DeVries voiced Chloe in Life is Strange Before the Storm. Ashley Birch is the original voice actress who even came back for the farewell episode of Before the Storm. But for some reason, just didn't. Sam Bowling, Amanda's comedy. That's the one who plays Amanda, right? So she wrote Amanda's own jokes. But yeah, they're like re-recordings with a different actress, and I don't mind Rhiannon DeVries playing Chloe. I thought she did a really good performance. I don't think she's quite as strong as Ashley Birch, but Ashley gave a really good performance, and it's hard to compete. That's nothing against Rhiannon. But I feel like every time Max was on screen, Ashley was the voice of Chloe. So for it to now be Rhiannon in a Max game, it's just a little odd. I don't know. But I'm intrigued to see, you know, like in whatever they do in the future of this franchise. Again, credit scene. We'll talk about it more in a minute. But I'm intrigued to see what they do. Like, yeah, people are saying it could be the Strike Embers, and originally Ashley didn't voice Chloe in Before the Storm because of the 2017 SAG-AFTRA strike. So it could be that again, but they only went on strike, I think, a month or so before this game came out. So unless it was like some major afterthought where they decided to just add a couple of re-recordings in, like in the 11th hour, I don't buy that as an excuse. Or a reason, I should say. Excuse sounds more vindictive. I don't know. So Chloe's handling could have been better, definitely. Does that ruin the game for me? No. Because the thing is, there are a lot of people in the Life is Strange community, especially on Twitter, because Twitter has everyone with every opinion on that site. But there was this argument that Max couldn't have her own game because Max and Chloe are a pair. Now, granted, Max and Chloe are a pair. I fully back that. Would have liked to see Chloe in this game. But does that mean that Max can't have her own game without Chloe? Not at all. I don't believe that for a second. That's why I like this game for the most part. I really do. There is this attitude that because Chloe's not there, this game shouldn't exist, and I think that is way past unnecessary. So, that's just out of order. That does not, however, mean that I think Chloe couldn't have been handled better. She definitely could. I'm kind of in the middle. Closer to not caring to caring, though. I just really like Chloe. She's a very important character in these games. Before this game, I would say she was the most central protagonist of the franchise, for sure. Even though she's not the one you play as in Life is Strange, she's kind of the one the plot revolves around. But having Max have her own game separate now does give her more agency, which I like. Max has always been a character I've really liked, and as I've said previously, even in some of these episodes, is someone I relate to heavily. Whether it be that interest in photography, which granted she gave me in hindsight, but never quite fitting in class, being more of a studious, not quite quiet person. I was never a quiet person, but I did kind of keep to myself in a lot of the times, at least in my own private life. I was never that connected to social media as a kid, which is crazy considering I've been doing YouTube for over 10 years now. But yeah, I just relate to a character a lot, and seeing her get more of an evolution, like she's the best she's ever looked or sounded. Hannah Tell absolutely smashed it, and as I mentioned earlier, kind of in the middle of playing, like Hannah also, you can tell she was never a voice actor when she started playing Life is Strange or started portraying Max. That wasn't something she was really very experienced with, and yet, especially now, you can see how much she's come on, because even just portraying the Safi version of Max or the Nathan version of Max, you can see the differences, not just in the voice, but in the facial animations as well, which is real praise to her. That's fantastic. Like I said, everything in this game beyond just the end plot, with the way it kind of careers at the end, is fantastic. Across the board. The idea that this would be some kind of cash grab or that Deck 9 don't care about the franchise, there have been arguments. I've seen the Reddit threads that some of you probably have seen. To very briefly explain it, but not go massively into it because I don't know how valid it is and I wouldn't want to give too much credence. Someone did appear on Reddit claiming to be an ex-Deck 9 developer and claims that no one in the higher positions at Deck 9 care about Life is Strange anymore. I'm choosing not to believe that, because even though the way that Chloe was handled wasn't the best, I personally feel that the effort they put into Max's character and what she did and who she was sells me that they do care. I'm not going to say for a second that I think they don't care anymore. You know, there are certain angles to this, like the commercial aspect of the Ultimate Edition and the way that was delivered this time versus True Colors, that I don't like. But the thing is, for me, the obvious telltale sign as to whether this was a cash grab or not would be if you look at the main character and think any other character that wasn't Max could be in her place. And I don't personally believe that's the case. I think too much is based around Max, her personality, the photography, and everything like that, for it to not have always been about her. You know? So I don't buy for a second that there isn't carrots in the studio. Personally, I'm against that. I think that's bollocks. I think Deck 9 truly care. And on the net, as much as my favourite game is the original, and I love what Dotnod have set up, if I actually look at, like, net value for Life is Strange, Deck 9 have done more for me with this franchise than Dotnod have. A lot of you know, Life is Strange 2, I don't particularly love. I like the first and last episodes, but the pacing is not good. I don't think Daniel's a very good character. It feels like the power is more of a hindrance in that game, and I don't like not being able to control it. It feels like it only comes up to cause trouble rather than be an interesting mechanic. And then also, which Dotnod have owned up to, the pacing in releasing the episodes was fucking terrible. It was like 4 months between every single one. So if you had any investment, that was gone. But then also the biggest criminal offense with that game was that the characters never stuck around. I will always, always, always wish we had more of Lila in Life is Strange 2. Easily the most interesting supporting character, and she was gone within half an hour. A couple of little small cameos after that, and she's gone. Like, I just didn't like that. I can appreciate what Donda were trying to do, and they talked about some important things in that game. The level of care put to them or ham-fistedness is something that's been debated since, but that's not something I want to comment on. There are people far wiser and with more personal experiences, especially with racism towards those particular ethnic groups, that I don't feel I need to comment on. Other people can do that. But yeah, I just didn't love that game. Whereas Before the Storm and True Colors, I adore. And it's funny, I think I mentioned this, but when I replayed Life is Strange 1 and Before the Storm before this game came out, I went into Before the Storm fully expecting that I was going to go, this hasn't aged well. I don't think this hits the same. Genuinely, really still love it to bits. It's still fantastic. It's still fantastic. I think Deck 9 really aced both those games. And I think they still pretty much ace this one. Like I said, so just to be completely, like, just to say it for the statement and to wrap it up, I really like how the story starts. Chapters 1, 2, and 3, you can make arguments being some of the best Life is Strange has ever been. But as soon as we get the twist of who Safi is, and then, especially in episode 4, like when I remember first playing this, as soon as Max went, Lucas can be dealt with, I was just kind of like, we're in the penultimate chapter, we're building up to some big reveal, and we're going to spend it ratting out a guy who, granted, deserves to be ratted out, but is this where you want the story to go? To me, it feels like they had ideas for some really good character moments with Max, with the cliffhangers, with the reveals, and then they didn't quite know what to do with some of the stuff around that. That's my biggest complaint. I don't feel like Yasmin is a convincing villain. I don't feel like the choices in episodes 4 and 5, like the narrative choices, sorry, make much of a difference. Choices in this game don't have much significance. That is also the case. Like I said, the biggest one is Gwen's USB. That does have some knock-on effects. And also the restraining order with Lucas. That can have small knock-on effects in the 4th episode. Or 3rd, I lost track. But overall, they don't hit very well. And I think it's most apparent with the ending. That ending scene is the exact same. I think maybe, like, obviously Moses talking about, you know, I'm glad you stood up to Safi. That line would be different. But would anything else be different? Not really. And that's a shame. I don't need some ending that's, like, completely, like, 2 entirely different scenes. Although that would be nice. I think still one of my favourite things in any choice-based game ever, and this is a deep cut, was Telltale's Game of Thrones. Without spoiling it too much, the 6 episodes in that game, and the 5th episode, it ends with a choice as to who lives or who dies, and it's 2 of the biggest characters in the game. And depending on who you pick, their story, because there are several ongoing stories in that game, but their story, which is the biggest part of the final chapter, is completely different. You literally have a completely different episode 6 based on who survives there. And I loved that. I don't need Life is Strange to do that, but I do need the final scenes to feel different enough. Before the Storm managed that. Life is Strange 1 managed that. True Colors, maybe not so much. Fair. But, I mean, certainly Life is Strange 2 did. That's why I like that last episode. It does feel like the consequences actually go somewhere. And, yes, Elian, as I was going to say as well, Batman the Enemy Within. The final episode of Season 2 of the Telltale Batman game also has that. And it's fantastic. And actually, fun fact, never quite replayed the other story on that. I need to. So, it's so funny. I was only going to say a couple of things. I think I've been sat here for like 15 minutes now talking about this. But yeah, overall, I was sitting on a 6.5 to a 7. I will settle on a 7. And, you know, it's a lot to drop it by 3. Oh, they mentioned the Titan Comics, Emma Vicelli, and Claudia Leonardi and Andrea Rizzo. Are the comics mentioned somewhere in this game that I didn't know? That's really cool. Huh. But yeah, I just think that narrative fall off in the end really subs it, especially in a game that is so important with respect to its story and how stories come across and how strong they are and what they mean to you. I don't feel like the final chapters live to the same standard that Life is Strange to me is known to, is important for, is significant for. And it's just kind of like, I'm not sat here angry or disappointed. I'm sat here like, I know you can do it. I've seen you do it, especially Deck 9. I feel like just this one time they just kind of lost it a little bit. For the future, I don't have less faith. I know there are a lot of people in the community who feel very abrasive right now, and I really, really hope, my biggest fear, this is the worst reviewed Life is Strange game on OpenCritic, not by much, it's by like a couple of percent, like 71 or something on OpenCritic. Or like some of the user reviews are really low in some platforms though. I just hope this game sold well enough to for Deck 9 to do more. Dontnod won't do more. We know this now. They're doing their own things, doing Lost Records. Deck 9 seems to be fully in charge of Life is Strange, well, under Square Enix. So I just hope that this game performs well enough for Deck 9 to do another one and to show that, you know, the criticisms people have, while a lot of them are valid, this is a blip in the road. It's not some big downwards collapse for the studio. I wouldn't want that. This is a franchise I hold very near and dear, and after what they set up in this end credit scene, which we're going to get to now, I don't want that to not be answered. That's my biggest fear right now. I do have a fear in the back of my mind that's like, oh wow, they're crediting some of these songs. I've seen some of these before, Follow the Low Tide. Those are old ones. I have a fear that this game won't do well enough for it to do more, and I really hope that's not true. And that's not me fear-mongering, it's just in the back of my head, you know? I really hope we get to see another game that follows on from this story. But I'm not saying any more than that because it's time to show you how it ends. Sorry for skipping some of the credits. Still, much love to everyone involved with this game. You all did a fantastic job, genuinely. Even for my small gripes, fantastic what you did. This is the first time we've had an after-credit scene as well, right? I think so. And there was an ulterior motive to be mentioning why I wanted more of Diamond, because look at this! Her nose is bleeding, which means...
Shit. Shit.
We're gonna have to get you a blood transfusion.
What the fuck are you doing here?
You remember me. That's flattering.
See, that's some of the energy that I missed from Safi in some of the later episodes.
I've seen nosebleeds like that before. So you can run, or you can follow me and get some answers. Your choice.
Yeah, if you didn't know that, there is a reason I danced around the ending there, because that is... yeah. So that's the reason I said about them the next game, because, yeah, that's the first time we've had a Marvel-esque character will return. When I first saw that, I was very much like, oh god, oh no. Like, now I'm like, okay, fine. Like, especially seeing how Max is in this game and where they've left it, I am definitely intrigued to see what they do next. But I do have a fear in the back of my mind it's going to go a bit too Marvel. That does scare me. I don't want this to turn into some Avengers Assemble thing, and I certainly... My fear right now is that they're going to bring Daniel and Alex into this from Life is Strange 2 and True Colors. And I don't know how I feel about that. The problem is, Life is Strange has always been an anthology game. It's about individual stories, human characters with some supernatural elements, and exploring that. If you suddenly abandon that human element, or at least blindside it for the sake of having everyone with powers together for some big grander story, I don't think that's something I want. I don't think that's something a lot of people want. That does worry me, and that's why I'm worried about the reception, because naturally people are not responding well to that, and that I really don't blame them on, because that feels like they're trying to franchise this game, which just is not the thing you need to do. It is already a franchise just by its own nature, but you don't need to actually MCUify it. That does scare me a little bit. So I hope that ends up meaning absolutely nothing, and that Max returns, and yeah, we get Safi exploring powers with Diamond and stuff, but we find other people with powers. Maybe one or two other characters who are different. Maybe reference. You could reference Life is Strange 2. Say, there was something about a Mexican kid trying to cross the border, or Hispanic, or I can't remember the ethnicity, sorry, of Daniel and Sean, but, you know, there was something about them trying to cross the Mexican border, and there was some weird freak powers. I couldn't track them down, though. Or I heard something about someone who could sense emotions, and there was some tragedy in Colorado. Mention that, right? Like you could mention it, but bringing them back, don't know. And then there's a Chloe of all. They seem to reference that she might come back, or that Max might go back to her. And if you don't know, if you picked the Bay ending rather than the Chloe ending, so saving the town, the discussion there is, are you going to go back to Arcadia Bay? And if you're wondering, like, in my head, I'm thinking, well, how would they be able to go back to Arcadia Bay in one future game and not the other? If you do explore, I must have missed it somewhere here, or maybe it was in one of the articles, didn't read it properly. They do note in this game, in the Sacrifice the Town ending, Saving Chloe ending, that they have rebuilt Arcadia Bay. It's been rebuilt over the course of the last decade. So that means that, you know, forgiving the fact that a rebuilt town wouldn't look the same as the original, they could just have Arcadia Bay in both games. And my personal thought is there will be some kind of return to Arcadia Bay in the next one. They might even friggin' call it that, Life is Strange Return to Arcadia Bay. But that would be then a good chance to really bring Chloe back. Even if it's not majorly, because again, you can't have a game that relies around her and then a game that doesn't. But some scenes where she can show up, where she might fill a role that another character fills in if she's not there, you know? There's stuff they could do with that, and I hope that they take the chance to bring her back. I really do. Especially if we're doing more with Max now. Now we've had a chance to explore her. There's a teasers about Arcadia Bay and Chloe and the future of Safi's powers, etc. Let's see where that goes. I'm hesitant, but there's definitely good things they could do with it. So, we'll see. We won't find out for like another 3 years probably, but either way. So, choices. Again, I'm not convinced these have changed at all since I played this before it came out, because I swear it was the exact same stats afterwards. 68% agreed to join Safi, which it just doesn't feel like a choice Max would make. I get it, it's choice, player choice. You choose what you think, but especially with everything Max learned from the first game, to then suddenly be abusive with your powers, to unite people with powers and be some more powerful people, it's not in Max's character. Like, that isn't an obvious... I know, obviously, I picked agree the first time, but I think I was just fucking flabbergasted as to what was going on. Just kind of went, yeah, go on, why not? When I gave it even the slightest modicum of thought, I was like, no! No! Why? No, absolutely not. So, whatever. Safi feels that you abandoned her. Tough shit. And then we have optional things. So Max did not comment on the graffiti. Well, Victoria Chase, whoops. Max found the rest in the storm and helped her. Max did not reflect in the bowling alley. I think if you do that, actually, I forgot. Like Safi kind of talks to her, like, do you often sit here and brood? Nightstand librarian. Max looked at all the books in the nightstand. Max reminiscent lockpick set. Loretta had a change of heart in how she reports stories. Reggie and Vin have reconciled. Vin plans to run again. Gwen will keep fighting the committee's decision. The board forced Yasmin out of the presidency. I don't know how you get the board to not force her out. So, I don't know how that happens. Max did not reflect in the North Quad. Max told Moses she'll be here if Safi comes back. There you go. Well, I mean, that's probably what's going to happen anyway, isn't it, realistically, so. Wonder what Dontnod would do if they still had Square Enix. Well, I know that the original game director, Michel Koch, or Koch, or however you say his name, has said that, you know, he's seen some of what they're doing with the story, and they wouldn't have done it the same way, which of course they wouldn't. But he said he already made peace with that with Before the Storm. And that has got to be a strange feeling, to create a universe and create characters where, you know, you kind of have to then see them be handled by other people. That's got to be very tough personally to deal with, and I can respect, like, he might not like that. And sure, I would love to see what else he'd done with Max and Chloe, but he always said from the start they never wanted to follow that story up. They didn't want to create a canon ending. And that is a problem you walk into with a game like this with open arms if you bring Max back. You know? I think they did as good a job as they could have done in giving Max a new story without trying to decanonize an ending, but it doesn't mean they could have done more with some of them. They definitely could have done more to individualize some of those endings. Even just the extra scene here and there, just to make it feel like more fleshed out and unique based on that choice. But the game as a whole could have done with that. Just a few extra scenes and extra dialogue bits just to make these choices feel more. I don't play these games for the impact of choices. Like, for me, it's the importance of that stress you feel in the moment of, oh my god, what should I pick? But I definitely feel this game overall had less of an impact choice-wise than others, and I wouldn't have minded seeing a few more. It doesn't really bring my score down too much, but I know that's important to some people, so, you know. I don't know. Yeah, I love this menu music too. Soundtrack again across this game, fantastic. But ladies and gentlemen, that is Life is Strange Double Exposure, both Chapter 5 and the end of the game. I really hope you've enjoyed me streaming this. If you're watching this back on YouTube afterwards, I hope you've enjoyed me playing it. These games don't always do as well on my channel, but as I've said before, it's something that's very personal to me, and I'm glad that at least some of you join me for the ride and take part in the choices, give me your thoughts. And I hope just hearing me ramble about a franchise that I love so dearly is at least somewhat interesting to you. So thank you. I really do appreciate it. If you've enjoyed all the streams on Twitch, make sure you drop me a follow. You can subscribe to support me as well, or donate underneath the stream window. If you're on YouTube watching this back, you can like the video, subscribe to see more content from me. Leave your thoughts in a comment. Let me know what you think of the game, these episodes, anything. But I really appreciate you all being here. So I will wrap up the YouTube version here. Twitch people, stick around for a minute. But for the YouTube folks, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all very soon with some more content. Much love, stay safe, thank you for watching, take care. And there you go. I'll end the stream on both platforms now, but yeah, we beat it. We beat the game. I'm glad I started a bit earlier because it's already 11 PM, sheesh, but I'm really glad I did those two together on stream. I think it's much better that way, especially with how much shorter they are. I mean, look, 3.5 hours to get through that, and a lot of that, like the tail end, like 20-30 minutes was me waffling through the credits anyway. So realistically, you can get through the last two chapters like in pretty much the same time it can take you to do one or two of the, like chapters 1 or chapter 2. So I think it's better to play those two back to back at the very least. But thank you all for being here, greatly appreciate it. It's nice to have some of you join me for this. It really does mean a lot, genuinely, both on YouTube and on Twitch. You know, Ribbons, Embers, Game Freak, Hey Now, Kerwin, Elian, all of you, and Dude, Noel. Appreciate you all being here, genuinely. Really, really do. But yeah, so we'll wrap it up there. I don't know if anyone's going to be streaming right now that I can raid on Twitch. It does not seem like it, so we will just wrap up there. So thank you all for hanging out. Greatly appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, the usual time of 7 PM GMT. That is UK time, with Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Do some more zombies fun. Maybe the Terminus Easter egg. That could be really good. I'd like to try and do that as a group. I've not done it solo yet. I nearly got there, but maybe we should do it first time on stream. That could be good. But thank you all for being here. Greatly appreciate it. I've only been able to catch the end, but it's just as well. You can watch it all through if you want, Game Freak. They're all going to be on YouTube. I've edited episodes 1 and 2, the streams, like cut out the dead air and intros and stuff. Haven't done it for yesterday's or today's yet, obviously. I need to wait a bit for the videos to process. So probably tomorrow I'll get those all sorted, or at the weekend. So by next week, they'll be trimmed down, ready for you to watch through like it's a Let's Play. But you can always just skip the little bits, like the stream intros anyway. It's no big shakes. Right, people, that'll do me. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you all being here, and I'll see you all tomorrow for some Black Ops 6. Much love. See you soon. Bye.